contact lenses and find yourself dreading that annual appointment to renew your prescription? Then you are going to love Simple Contacts. It's a great new company that makes this annoying process very, well, simple. Simple Contacts lets you renew your expired contact lens prescription and reorder your brand of lenses from your phone or computer in minutes. Simple Contacts brings the doctor's office to wherever you are, whenever you need it, and you can take the Simple Contacts vision test online in 5 minutes. A real doctor reviews it and renews your prescription. You save time, you save money, and you save yourself a headache. And if you have an unexpired prescription, just upload a photo of it or your doctor's info and order your lenses in minutes for a great price. They do all the hard work for you. This is vision care for the 21st century. Simple Contacts offers every brand of lenses and their prices are unbeatable. The prescription is just $20. Compare that with an annual appointment, which can cost you up to $250 without insurance. They have some of the best prices on contacts and shipping is free, people. Best of all, our listeners get $30 off their first Simple Contacts order. To save $30 on your lenses, just go to simplecontacts.com/B2B or enter the code B2B at checkout. I want to mention that this isn't a replacement for your periodic full eye exam. You still need those occasionally, but it is the most convenient way to renew a prescription and reorder your contacts if your vision hasn't changed. Again, check out Simple Contacts and get $30 off by going to simplecontacts.com/B2B or enter the code B2B at checkout. Give it a try and thank us later.
I just have a quick question. Need your opinion on a certain thing. Why were people so crazy back in the very, very, very old days? Like Genghis Khan, why did he kill so many people? Why did that weird emperor impale poles through people? Why were there all these torture techniques? Do you have any opinions or thoughts? Like, why couldn't they just kill people? Is it kind of like sex? Like it gets boring after a while and you gotta like spice things up? Or, I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts?
Stay off the weed!
What's up, man?
How's it going?
It's going.
It's going all right. Let's see here. Another Friday, another hashtag AskWaz Mailbag, brought to you by Draft.com, AppPlayDraft on Twitter, and SeatGeek. Promo code B2B for both of those. Sign up and play Trey on a secret Twitter feed, right, Trey?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Won $40 the other night.
Oh shit!
Not bad at all. Now I'm assuming that they're going to continue this for the playoffs, right?
Yes.
Why not? Let's see here. Let's see if Maze is in the house. Let's see. What did I just do? Let's see if Zach's in the house. Now I saw a tweet about you and Zach being up late last night.
Yeah, I was just randomly up. I couldn't sleep. So I was just kind of just having fun with Twitter.
Oh, okay. All right.
And just kind of,
So
but I noticed that Zach was up.
You weren't drinking?
No. I was at the house. No.
Are you still off the booze?
No, I'm back having
on.
drinks.
Back on
after 66 days.
I gotta get off the booze. Too many Corona Lights, man.
Oh, you're back on the Coronas.
I mean, I just been doing so many like fun things lately, and I have a hard time not going home and enjoy watching
you
them.
gotta think of baby names.
So like I did the Zuckerberg video the other day, and I was like, I gotta have some beers tonight so I can enjoy this. Seriously.
That's funny that you can't enjoy it sober.
You can't enjoy something without Corona.
Well, it's a
that
weird
doesn't
kind,
sound
it's
good.
It's a weird kind of enjoyment. Like it's like I have to extract myself from the creation process, and alcohol helps me do that. So, yeah, Eden Lou.
No French accent this week.
Eden Lou.
Much better.
I like that.
I'm probably the only person that likes that.
Maze. What's up, buddy? Turn that mic on, buddy. Let's go, buddy. Anyone see that?
Jade bringing the energy today, huh?
Every day. All week. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I was enjoying that Colin Cowherd Westbrook video. I can't lie. Somebody, I'm not going to out him. I'm not going to out who showed me that video, right, Tom?
Well, that wasn't me.
It wasn't you, but it was someone we mutually know.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait, I don't want to be.
And he prefaced it with, when I don't know, when the person you hate, you enjoy their opinion or something to that effect.
Yeah, there was an Onion or something like that, an Onion head, and someone you hate says something smart that you agree with, and it's like, yeah, that happens a lot in my job, Jade. It happens where I'm like, he's got a great point, but I can't retweet this.
I just don't. I could.
Just out of principle.
I could.
So the MVP nickname for Russell Westbrook is unbelievable. Like, Colin Cowherd, yeah. I don't agree with like half the stuff he says, but his delivery is amazing. He's a pro. Like, it's like Bomani Jones.
Yeah.
I can't figure out. Oh, I think Levitard has even said this, that the only people who can deliver an idea or a speech flawlessly and intelligently, Bomani Jones and Colin Cowherd, like those two people are just flawless at delivery, cogent ideas. And this MVP speech from him was just gold about Russell Westbrook.
I used to listen to Colin Cowherd every morning when I went to work. Even if I didn't like there's something about
he used to. Oh my god, like some of his takes, I just get so fired up, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is the point.
Yeah,
he's like, I hate listening to him sometimes.
Inciter. Was.
Yo, what up, Jade?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
How are you, Tom? Tom, I miss you. I feel like I haven't spoken to you or heard from you in weeks.
I know, man. How you doing, dude?
I'm okay. Can't complain.
Good.
I got my friends. I got my family. I got my health.
And your new show.
I got the basketball buds. Yeah, I got, LeBron stopped by the new show.
Whoa.
Actually, he didn't. He cut a custom promo for us.
That's pretty good.
in which he didn't mention the show's name, but it's fine. He gave us an exclusive announcement for the show.
You just got to dub it in,
What we gotta do, like the right, where people do the mashups of like Skip or Barack Obama, where they're using the words they've said to make like a whole rap song.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that with LeBron and dub in the score. Damn, why didn't I come up with this faster than that? Or why didn't I get you guys to say this so I can steal your idea?
Because you're like, I'll take anything we can get. That's why. What is the name of the show, and where can we find it?
The name of the show is The Score. Uninterrupted is The Score, excuse me, because as you guys know, there's another score out there, and I guess for legal issues, I'm obligated to always mention that it's Uninterrupted, The Score, and you can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, all your other podcast platforms for audio. If you would like to see my face, Kaz, Meg, the faces of our guests, I think the shot is even wide enough and long enough to get our sneakers.
Hey. That's the urban. That's what she said.
If you want to get the video version, you have to go on Spotify. Just search Spotlight Uninterrupted. It's the score, and you can find that. And that comes out every Friday, so check us out, please. We got some pretty good content on there. We try to get the athletes to loosen up. We don't ask them about how aggressive they were in the fourth quarter or the type of preparation that they plan on doing in the offseason. We try to get a little bit more of their personalities involved in the show. So I think the people who like this show, because we don't actually talk about sports, will enjoy what we do over at the Score.
Harper.
Waz, which football player you have on this week?
He's heading back.
Very funny, but Dwayne Brown, he's actually this guy actually knows a lot about music, and I'm not just saying that because he was our latest guest and he followed me back on Instagram, but he's married to a woman who was a music director at several radio stations. He himself came up listening to a lot of rap and shit, so he's a bit of aficionado on that, and he's just a dope all around dude. So we had Dwayne Brown, but you guys will be happy to know, and yes, I'm very happy about this. No offense to the NFL, but we finally getting a freaking NBA player on our show next week because they're all
because the season's over.
Yeah, this guy's season is over.
LeBron's son. Anyway.
Hey, breaking news, guys.
There's Corn Puzzle. What's up, Maze? Go ahead, Tom.
Breaking news.
Sorry.
It's all right.
At Sherwood Strauss announces on Twitter, thrilled to announce that I'll be joining the Athletic on May 15th.
Get his ass on this show today.
Here's our special sign-up link. Stay tuned for more. And happy NBA playoffs to all! Exclamation point. Ethan Strauss, baby!
Playoff Ethan.
Wow.
Shouts to Ethan.
I didn't.
So
you know
happy
what?
for him.
He texted me last night, and I'll mention this. Warriors Wednesday's coming back, baby.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
We announcing that right now, Jade? Right now?
What's up, Jake?
Jade, am I allowed to be on the Wednesday show?
Well, let me just say this. It's not going to be on our channel. It's going to be on the House of Strauss channel.
Okay. So that means I'm definitely. Thank you.
Yes, and it will be. So Zach's show will still be on Wednesday on our channel, back to back. And then I don't know if it's going to be like Warriors on a Wednesday. We might just call it Warriors Wednesday. It might be on a Friday or on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So he'll keep doing his narrative podcast, which he does with his wife Allie, who just gave birth to their son Asher. But we'll see. He's working on one right now, and that means I'm working. Am
I the only one who noticed that Ethan named his son after a Jewish rapper? Am I the only one who...
Is that Asher?
Asher Roth?
I didn't even know
Asher Roth is Jewish. Yeah, he is.
I'm trying right now to procure
big
him
fan of his.
from Baby Duties.
He's friends with Shav Randolph.
No, he can't today. Our house is getting cleaned, and we're moving the whole operations. What?
He definitely has the dog walker over right now.
Dog getting walked, house getting clean. What does he do?
Guy doesn't do shit.
Hold on, let me get the status on Harper. You're driving back, Zach?
Driving back on some kind of freeway. I'm killing bugs left and right. It's a massacre.
Were you up late last night, according to Trey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not a lot of sleep in this brain right now.
Anyway, again, welcome to the Friday Ask Waz Mailbag. We will be taking your love questions, stupid questions, questions about nothing. Fingers on toes, toes on fingers, I always say. If you're going to ask a question, it should be in line with that.
What does that mean?
Remember that one?
What? No.
Would you rather have toes for fingers and fingers for toes? You might have been missing that day.
I mean, the answer is fingers for toes.
Right?
Anyone who wants toes for fingers is just a mutant.
I think that's the general consensus we came up with last time.
Yeah.
Unless you suck
Toes
your
are
thumb
useless.
and you wanted to suck a little, something bigger.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
I'm just saying.
Hey, yo.
A kid might want a big toe for a thumb, is all I'm saying.
Oh, my God.
What?
I got to go, you guys.
This show isn't for kids.
Without getting into too much detail, some might argue I already have fingers for toes, so I'll definitely take that.
This is the day we found out that Jake is an X-Man, so that's cool.
Oh, actually, I am. Somebody brought up Zuckerberg's hands, his baby hands, maybe, or something like that. Alien hands. That was a crazy hearing. I don't know if you guys watched it, but that guy is stranger than ever in my book.
Jade, I'm gonna have my team get back to you on that. All right. That's what he said over and over again.
Oh,
I'll have my team get back to you on that.
That's exactly. Nice one. Anyway, Maze, you have a question to get us rolling here?
Yes, from Enos Banter at Johnny Lake. Would you rather be so tired that you fall asleep whenever you sit down, or be completely unable to fall asleep, and this would be for a whole week?
I want to be. Oh, go ahead, Zach.
Always be sleeping, guys.
Always be sleeping.
Yeah.
Just permanent sleep. That sounds like death to some people. It sounds like heaven to me.
Same. I have insomnia, so I would love to be able to fall asleep whenever I sit down.
That sounds like Dad Kanye.
So it's like narcolepsy. It's like Mr. Bean in Rat Race. Every time you sit down, you're just out, and you don't know how long you're going to be out. That could be dangerous.
I'm glad I'm not the only one whose only reference of narcolepsy is Rowan Atkinson in Rat Race.
It's the finest depiction of narcolepsy we have in the culture.
I don't really know what's going on.
You never seen Rat Race, Tom?
The movie?
The film?
Like with
the Broadway musical.
Oh yeah.
The novel, Rat Race.
By the way, Trey, you mentioned it earlier that you couldn't sleep, so you're on Twitter. The best thing I ever did was move my phone when you're charging it out of my bedroom.
Yeah, you take it out of the room. They say, because I was reading up on it actually. I used to think I self-diagnosed myself with insomnia, but that's not true. It's just because I have like a serious case of FOMO. So like, I'm really addicted to my phone. So once you remove your phone and make the room dark, then you eventually get tired. But since you have your phone there next to you or anything that lights up like a television, you kind of make yourself stay up.
If you're having trouble sleeping, try that. I know it's hard.
I've been blessed in the sleeping sense that like I can just fall asleep. It doesn't matter. I'll put my phone wherever. I'll fall asleep on my phone. Like ever since I was a kid, like I was never one of those kids that my parents had to be like, hey, it's 9:30. It's time for you to start getting ready for sleep. It's like before the 10 o'clock news would come on, I would be sleeping. Always. So I'm kind of fortunate in that, right? And I can, and you know when people introduce things to their body that causes them not to sleep, I sleep through those things.
You're so lucky. I hate you for that.
You sleep through skiing?
How do people go to bed
I don't know
at 8
what
p.m.?
you're talking about, Harper.
That's my question. That's my question. How do people go to bed at 8 p.m.?
My wife can go to sleep
wake
at
up
any
at
time.
5 in the morning, Trey.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
how you go to bed at 8 p.m. I think I passed out at like 7:30 last night. I can't even remember.
But Maze, I'm gonna tell you this now. Every night, right? Obviously when I was teaching, I would have to get up at 5 a.m. Sometimes we would record the pod, last year, and I would have to get up and record early, or sometimes I was just naturally up at 5. But I would go to bed every night, at least at midnight. I could not go to sleep early at all.
I mean, it's just repetition because, like, I used to be the type of dude who would stay up till like midnight or 2 and then wake up at 7 or 8 to go to work. And now that I work early in the morning, I can't sleep in past 7 or 8, and I'm up at 5. So you'll get more tired if you do it over time. Like if you just do it once or twice, then you're not gonna tap your sleep bank.
Maze, when you started your sentence with, I used to be the kind of person who stayed up till 1 or 2 in the morning, I thought you were going to say to watch Skinamax.
I mean, that's the prime time for Skinamax viewing is between the hours of 12 p.m. and 2.
Shout out to Emmanuel.
You can watch it anytime.
Shout out to the Spice Channel.
This is long before the DVR, all right?
Emmanuel in Space, Zach. That was a classic.
You can watch it anytime. Anyway, peoples, I have to call out some of our lovely Patreonians from Patreon City. If you don't mind, Philip A. Davis, Donnie Swiss, Willie Green, what's up, Willie? Ina No Puenta, John Grady, DeMonte Davis, Eric Black, former guest on this show, Patrick, Simply, Kunal Naik, Brandon Holbeck, who does the best of podcasts on the Patreon, Darius Hogan, not related to Hulk, Harry Davidson, a weird kind of version of the motorcycle you don't really want to ride, Trent Lang, what's up, my man, Jeffrey Cornegay, Richie Edding, Kevin Selder, Michael Hurwitz, Alexander Wood, Hassan Ijaz, Max Zadis, Mark Martin, just a couple more. I don't want to get yelled at like I got yelled at by Amin the other day. Cole Souter, Miguel, Timbo Slice, what's up, Timbo? Eric Christensen, MB, Will Humphrey, and Bailey Carlin, the wonderful artist
All right,
for Nick's Wall.
That's it.
Now, peoples, if you're not subscribing to Patreon, you should, because you get the wonderful Monday Overflow podcast, which was solid this week. What did we do? We did the Jay-Z Letterman breakdown. That was amazing. And then also the big hit, and I'm getting complaints about this, the Harper Snark Hoops Angie Treasure podcast. Now people are angry that this is behind the wall. I got a fired up dude yesterday hitting me about
You know what? I'm happy to unlock it for everybody. We just, we need the form of money we were getting. You want to get that? Free for everybody.
Say no more.
Remember when in the Obama, when he was at the DNC, he said, "Don't boo, vote. Don't complain, pay."
Yeah. Now,
if you want it, pay the money.
Yes, Mama needs a new TV.
I do. Now, this week, I have a very special guest. I think you all know her. She's a hoot on Twitter. She is a hoot. And she serves...
For Waz and Trey, hoot is white for she's a joy.
Thank you for telling me that.
I went to school with white people for 8 years, so I'm used to y'all shit by now.
Nitzan, are you here?
That was close. I'm here.
What is it?
You missed the letter at the end a little bit.
What is it?
It's Nitzan. But
Nitzan. Yeah.
Nitz is totally
like
fine.
the car.
I'm terrible.
Yeah. It's like the car, but with the sound pizza in the middle. That's kind of how I got through life. Yeah.
It's weird.
I don't call you Nitzan. I call you Neats.
Yeah,
that's what I call you too.
Better.
You are.
Thank you.
Neats is
good.
Neats is in New York City. But you're originally from Israel, so you kind of serve as both the domestic and guest from afar this week. How's everything going in the city?
In the city, it's going fantastic, man. I'm like caffeinated as hell. I'm stoked.
Nice.
Stoked
you're in San Francisco?
Nah. I'm in. Oh, shut up. The real city is New York. Everyone knows that.
Yes.
Yeah, Maze, what are you doing?
Everybody knows that, Maze. What the hell are you even trying to
say?
See, Maze is all over me
Maze,
for
you have
Frisco,
a personal
and then he
vendetta.
rolls that out. That's
Frisco's
an
fine.
insult.
Frisco's like, if people from that area say Frisco, then like, who might have held it?
Which is interesting.
Maze's not kicking you out.
Hold on, Nitz
Come in, fanning the flames. I love it.
Nitz actually grew up
what's up?
in the Bay Area, correct?
I did. Yeah, I was there. I moved when I was 9, and I was there until like after college. So,
born and raised,
good long time.
Born and raised in Jerusalem?
Tel Aviv. Also close. Yeah.
I didn't actually get that info yesterday. And then from the age of 9, you grew up, and now you're a fanatic. You're a crazy Warriors fan.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of like, that fan base is so dope, despite the fact that they sucked for so long. So everyone in that area is kind of into basketball in some way.
Wait, were you in Frisco?
No, I'm right south, so Silicon Valley, like Apple, Facebook.
So what's the ruling on that, Maze?
Never heard of it.
Maze, what's the ruling?
It's in the Bay, so...
What's the ruling?
Yeah, I mean, is it you have to be
he
from
hasn't given me a
Frisco
specific
proper?
place yet. You said
I'm in
Silicon Valley.
I'm in Sunnyvale. Wait, Maze. Where
Sunnyvale. My dad lives in Sunnyvale. We're cool.
If I, the connection's not great, but it sounded like she grew up in the Apple headquarters. That's what I got.
Maze, your dad live in Sunnyvale?
Yeah, he moved down there because he works down there. So he's been living in Sunnyvale for like 10 years or something.
That's killer.
Sunnyvale sounds
I
fake.
used to get it in Sunnyvale. Shout out to
Sunnyvale does sound fake.
Sounds like a TV show.
You and my dad have something in common then.
Hey.
Oh man.
Man, May.
Shouts to community
Shout
theater.
Shout out to DeAndre
he
College.
dominates the Sunnyvale community theater scene. He's a big fish down there.
Anyway,
There's
so
a Sunnyvale community theater scene. Sorry, wow, that came off hella rude. But
Is there?
Wow.
You heard of cats?
Wow. The blatant disrespect.
I didn't
wow.
know.
KATZ. Also, what was I going to say? I have my wrong notes up here. Hold on a second.
Why would you have wrong notes? Why wouldn't you just make notes?
I have my rundown notes here. Oh, here it is. Let's see here. Got that. Oh, Nitz is a Marvel fanatic. Explain this to us.
Well, I like movies. I mean, listen, Marvel's really good. MCU built kind of the dopest universe around, so you can get into 15 movies. If you really want to acknowledge the TV universe as part of it, then you could get into that too. But it's just the deep background of it all, and I just fucking love Marvel, man. But not the
Do you keep up with the TV universe?
The TV, absolutely not. I think they fucked up by I don't know how you feel about it, but they fucked up by putting conflicting details within the TV universe and the movie universe. So I'm not gonna watch any of it.
And for the record, Neats has been on the Marvel podcast that me, Jerome Chang, and Anthony Canton III do 3 times. 2 of them are out. 1 of them's coming out soon. If you ever want to hear her talk about Marvel movies, specifically how much you can hear how much she doesn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, in a week. So
I got
that
heated
movie
for that
is
one.
trash.
That
movie's trash.
I rewatched.
Triggered.
It took me 2 fucking days to finish it because I had to pause every 15 minutes or some shit because it was so cringe. It's just, listen to it to just listen to me get heated, I guess, but it's good. Yeah.
Wait, you're saying it's good.
I enjoyed that movie.
No, the pod is good.
The movie is a dumpster.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got me.
I liked it the first time I saw it. I watched it the second time. I wondered what was wrong with me. What happened in my brain? Because that movie sucks.
That's an interesting phenomenon. Liking a movie at first and then thinking it's absolutely terrible.
The opposite happened with Semi-Pro. The first time I watched Semi-Pro, I did not like it at all. And the more I watched it, I fell right into it. Now it's one of my favorites.
That's true with every Will Ferrell movie for me. The first watch of Anchorman, of Step Brothers, Semi-Pro, you're and then it's the most rewatchable movie.
Not Anchorman.
Anchorman.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That
Anchorman
on the first try.
I'm
usually
Will
Ferrell with Will Ferrell.
Speaking of Will Ferrell, he got into a bad accident too, man. Shouts to Will Ferrell, bro.
He did?
Yeah.
What did he get into?
A car accident. So he's not doing good.
Are you
right
serious?
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's trending on Twitter.
Holy shit.
SUV flipped.
Oh, that's terrible.
Holy shit.
Wait, I have an important question. I don't want to distract from this Will Ferrell news, but this is based on how I said it and how Tom said it. Is it semi-pro or semi-pro?
Semi.
I say semi-pro.
All right, Tom, you're out.
It's only semi if you're talking about a 50% erection.
Or Ojale.
Oh my god.
There we go. Thanks, Lost.
Anyway, before we get to your question, Nitz, I just have one.
He's doing well.
I have one.
Will Ferrell is out of the hospital.
Oh, good.
He's okay.
I see him talking on a cell phone in the stretcher.
Yeah.
I think he's okay.
Okay, good.
Talking on a cell phone in a stretcher is ball.
I hope everyone else in the accident is well too. Anyway,
Yes.
Nitz, you were born and raised in Israel. You you are here now. Are you a spy? Just tell me that so we can move forward here.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, thank you.
I don't know.
Finally,
Isn't
someone
it
admits
kind
it.
of
the
the
Americans.
best cover if you just say you're a spy?
Yes.
Yeah,
No one would believe you.
that's what I'm on Twitter for.
In Silicon
like,
Valley,
spy on
now
all
in the
y'all?
city.
It fits.
All right. Do you have a question for the panel?
I do. Okay, so you guys might or might not know, but I'm sure that you do, how it's kind of trending up that it's cool to be weird and nerdy, and everyone's kind of trying to play off
Is
like
it?
they are if they are. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I'm kind of that weird nerdy kid, but like in a cool way. Like I watch anime now, or I watch.
Okay, this is the thing. It can't be cool if you're not getting laid from it. So that's why I'm like,
Are you okay? I'll
is
send.
like the plot of 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Also, you're not weird and quirky if you're the one calling yourself weird and quirky.
Right.
That's not how. Then you're just Zoe Deschanel. That's not.
But people are like projecting out now. They're like, I watch anime. I'm totally into Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
They get like laid off that shit, which is like cool. Anyways, moral of the story. My question is, do you think that something like that is more of a product or of our times and where we're at? Like we have crazy access to so many different viewpoints. We kind of like place uniqueness as this cool thing to have, or do you think it's something that always comes with age, similar to kind of like 21 Jump Street would be the first one. Comes with age, like you always grew up hearing, like, be nice to the nerds now. Maybe you didn't, but be nice to the nerds now because they're going to be like successful and the cool ones in the future. Does that make sense? That really
yes, it makes sense. I think the internet has definitely allowed for more connectivity amongst nerds, for lack of a better word. So it's like, oh shit, I used to be just the only kid on my block who was into this. Now there's this huge community of other only kids on their block, and I can connect with them. And I think that allows for more people to come out and be more, upfront about the shit that they're into. But at the same time, man, like, are chicks really sucking Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Like,
no, but no.
That's
but
intense, man.
Kid show, man. This is a goddamn kid show.
Well,
I mean,
it's not exactly a kids show.
Well, no, I wasn't talking about the kids show. I was talking about
Eden. I thought you were about to say,
Yep. That's where I was going.
I gotta find this for you. Like IG honeys are putting like anime quotes and manga quotes in their captions. They're like trying to get laid.
This year, the Chun-Li concert. I mean, the Chun-Li costume is about to go up.
I think what it is, I think it's that like nerds with the internet. I think that nerds have such a big platform and like are the ones who like kind of influence things more. So I think that like it's become more mainstream on the internet, whereas people I think will be less like willing to bring up that they're into anime in person. And now that like it's become quote unquote normal to be into anime, people who don't have a personality otherwise are like, oh, these people are interesting and they like anime, so I'm going to say I like anime. I feel it's something like that.
And if IG honeys are doing it, it's only to get those dudes to purchase stuff from their Amazon wish list.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Wait,
it's just easy
are
to
you
do like that.
Are you putting anime quotes on your IG?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But it's coming soon.
Here we go. Oh my goodness. Hey, where are we on the Tristan Thompson conspiracies? Everyone in on that? Like me?
I'm out on that.
You're out. But you
There's a conspiracy theory.
It's a conspiracy that
publicity stunt.
They did it for ratings, like
they
right
released it. Yeah, well, it was taken
Yeah.
in October and it was released now.
And the dude in the
saw
sex
something
tape is
that
not
said,
Tristan Thompson.
Okay.
It's
I saw
not.
something that said that Kris Jenner gets approval over all TMZ releases. Like they talk to her before they leak anything about them. So it's definitely a setup.
They do.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
sure that like
Maze, you're in
they
on
pick
it.
the timing.
Yeah.
Well, Jade, it depends. Do you think that like the people he was with were crisis actors? Because I'm not in on that. I'm in on the Kardashians knew what was happening.
No, well, perhaps, yeah, there's that, but I'm also, Tristan, whatever how tall he is, he's very tall. He was so not discreet about any of these moments where he was being caught.
Yeah.
And it's
Maybe
like,
he's just a
really?
dumbass, though.
He's either as stupidest dude ever, or this is totally a stunt.
I got a few
okay.
thoughts
You're
on this,
saying
as you guys might imagine.
I mean, he's walking into one of these. I see a picture of him just casually walking into a hotel.
You're saying that he's doing this
with the woman
because he's like been told to generate a story.
It's not the only drawback I can see.
Staged.
The only drawback for me is like it's not good for his career because now he's getting booed, right?
Yeah,
it's like tremendously stressful, and I don't know if the payoff.
You think he wasn't getting booed before this?
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Perhaps, yeah.
Okay.
He's averaging 2 points a game.
But hold on, I want to hear
He's
Trey.
having a shit
I want to hear
season.
Trey because Trey is, he's our inside man. Trey, what is it?
What is it? A conspiracy?
A stunt or no?
I mean, and everything's strategic behind KJ. She's the GOAT. So I mean, at this point, it's definitely. I don't think it's a conspiracy, but like I said, it's perfect timing. They knew when to roll it out.
Yeah, but they didn't stage that shit.
What do you mean?
I don't know about that.
Stage the girls? No, they didn't stage the girls. But at the end of the day, it's still she still found a way to find a. The thing is, they
guys. You don't need to stage NBA players getting laid on the road.
Exactly.
It's what happens.
Yeah.
And he did it, and then they controlled it, and that's the conspiracy. Would be that they didn't just release it right away, and it didn't become a story until now when they're shooting a new season and when the babies do.
Did they check
that makes perfect sense.
And I just want to say, for the 4 women who listen to this show, stop it with the oh my God, poor Khloe, this and this and that. It's like, yo, this is Khloe Kardashian's at least 4th NBA player. If anybody knows the type of lifestyle these guys lead, what they generally do when they're not home, when they're on the road 7 months out of the year, it's Khloe Kardashian. She went into this with her eyes wide open. She's not naive to how NBA players behave. Nice. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me a break, dude.
What
like,
a bullshit reason, dude.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, she knew she was going to get cheated on.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course she did.
Oh, man. Don't date an athlete. I'm with you, but like.
Okay, then. That's my point. All these normal women who are like, oh, I see myself in Khloe Kardashian. You would never date an NBA player. Because.
Are you saying all athletes cheat?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. By the way, it's not cheating.
I don't know if you're not saying anything.
No. It's not cheating if you already agreed upon that this is going to happen. It's not.
Yeah, I'm with Waz. I've actually thought about that too.
Nobody's lying to anybody about any of this shit. So, like, this idea that, like, people who are accountants would ever date an NBA player and try to put the norms of a relationship that you would put on a freaking 7th grade science teacher is just ridiculous.
It's delusional.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My wife took it hard. I'll tell you that much.
They all did, Jade. They all did.
So if it is orchestrated, it's cruel to people out there that are affected.
Wait, people are really feeling bad.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Jay,
are you kidding me?
Yeah,
people should that invested, but we are at this point.
Well, my wife is also pregnant, so there's
I get it, but what's she gonna think? She think you're gonna take off your hat and then all the ladies gonna run to you.
I'm cutting that out, buddy. I'm cutting that out.
Jay, does your wife read Us Weekly?
No, but she's on the internet, so she dabbles
She
in the
doesn't
similar.
have to. All she has to do is open up Snapchat now. You can the Snapchat.
Yeah, I guess Us
Snapchat
Weekly
is a new grocery store tabloid.
Buried.
My wife doesn't do Snapchat. Well, we got to the bottom of that, people. Anyway, Nitzan, is that good? How is that?
That was also close.
Nitzan,
is fine.
How do we say your last name if you want to share? I don't know if you do, but
In English or in Hebrew?
in Hebrew.
Bluvstein.
Wow. Can you say a couple words in Hebrew for us, please?
Give me a sentence. What's something like?
I love this show.
Any
It's
sentence.
amazing.
You should say, Zach, you are hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna go for what Jade suggested.
Thank you.
אני אוהבת את השואו הזה, לא יודעת, podcast.
How is that, Maze?
I mean, I guess show and podcast aren't words in Israel, so
No, they're not. But
there you go.
Yeah.
Sounded great.
Ish Smith should be runner-up MVP.
Hebrew too?
Wait, Maze, you don't speak Hebrew. That's bullshit.
No, that's the joke, guys.
Thank you.
Jeez. Come on.
But I think that Maze is still an accurate assessor of language speaking anyway, even if he doesn't, because he knows how many languages, Maze? 6, 7?
I lost track.
But all Roman languages, right?
What is
Romance
flex?
languages?
I lost track.
Yes, Latin languages,
Yeah.
And I got the Asian languages.
and then that's half the world.
Nitz, any final thoughts before you leave?
Nah, y'all are funny. Good morning, I guess, to most of you.
Oh, thank you. And you're welcome back anytime you want. And,
Thanks, y'all.
Check her out on what's the podcast there, Jake?
Marvel Cinematic University. She's a regular guest.
Yeah, and
she's
everyone
great.
follow her. She's a good follow.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Woo! Thanks.
Yeah,
I wouldn't really call me a good follow, but if you want to.
Nah, she's funny.
I don't know. I think we have a similar sense of humor, so I think you're funny a lot of the time.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Right back at you.
Nitz has a hive. Anyway,
I
all right.
do a little bit.
Enjoy your day. Enjoy the weekend, and we will talk to you later.
Thanks, man. You too. Bye.
Get this girl out of here.
Get
that girl's trouble.
Get back in the kitchen.
She's fun. I like her.
Happy birthday, Sadie.
Anyway, Anthony Mays, do we have a question?
Yes. So, from Jeremy Joy at GermJoy101, maybe change that Twitter handle. Secret admirer versus stalker. Where is the line? Hashtag AskWaz. Hashtag
If you have
AskD.
to ask, you're a stalker.
Yeah, are we still doing secret admirers?
I was about to say, this is 2018. Don't drag that out for more than 2 days.
What if you're... Oh, I was going to say, I don't know if that's appropriate.
Just Criminal Minds is on repeat all day, every day.
Young
so
people
you just
do.
don't want to...
That's a middle school thing, right?
Yeah, but we're not in middle school.
Yeah.
I can't even think of a way to be
One
a
would
secret
think,
admirer without being a stalker at this point.
Yeah, like how can in the age of IG stories, how can you? IG stories. How can you be a secret admirer?
You'd have
Right?
to create a fake account, which would
Which is kind of creepy.
Burner.
Am I am I the only one who believes that every woman who watches my IG story wants to sleep with me?
It's true,
Yep.
Waz. It's
You're
true.
100%
Yeah.
the only person who thinks that.
Was.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll see. Sometimes I'll see a name and I'm like, this is like the third story in a row. Okay.
Whoa!
Me.
Am I the only
Immediately
one that
fires
doesn't check
up a
and see
dick
who looks at my story?
Oh Jesus, was.
Whoa! My goodness.
And we have a moment of silence.
Don't watch my IG story, ladies.
Des Bryant?
Mays?
Yeah,
next?
Des Bryant, man. Des Bryant, bro.
Next, from Joe at Joe Dirt. When you make a sandwich, do you make sure there's a proper ratio of your ingredients, or do you just pile meat on it? Trey probably can't answer this, but shout out to him nonetheless.
First of all, both sides are getting slathered with mayonnaise. Yes, I'm a black person who likes mayonnaise.
Serial killer.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the sandwich. Like, mayo is good on some sandwiches.
What sandwiches are not good? It's ham, turkey, freaking salami. What are you talking about?
I don't love
beef?
it with chicken. I don't love it with chicken.
Oh, it's not the best with chicken. But if you get the boar's head, like the blazing buffalo chicken, I still.
But the boar's head is like sliced chicken. It's like cold cut chicken.
Yeah. Waz
Yeah.
spent too
It
much
goes
time.
with mayo
in
always goes
bougie
with cold
LA.
cuts.
What do you mean I spent too much time in bougie LA? That's a New York staple, the blazing buffalo
boy.
chicken. Boar's
That
head
is
makes
actually-
Boar's head makes a jerk turkey. That's incredible. You guys should try that. The Cajun turkey. Ooh, my
The
lord.
Cajun
that's my-
turkey is legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That is
want
my
as much meat on the sandwich as possible. I'm the former in the guy's
Give me
question.
all the meat, y'all. I need the meat. Pile it on so I can put it right in my mouth. Hey,
I've never made a
no,
sandwich. I've never made a
And-
sandwich and thought,
No.
this is properly ratioed.
And was make
Like,
sure
no
you
one
have
ever
a
complimented a
napkin
sandwich that way.
nearby. Have a napkin nearby to get the extra mayonnaise off your cheek. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Speaking of
yes,
mayonnaise, I believe there is a mayonnaise ketchup question out there.
I mean, there's a question about like mayo on grilled cheese.
What is this thing that hit the scene? A combo of mayonnaise and ketchup. Anybody see
I do
this?
that all the time.
I do
Called
that.
ketchup aioli.
Oh, I do that on what you would call it on hamburgers.
It's
Yeah,
called
or
tomato
hamburgers, or if you're dipping fries, that's a good combo to do.
It's basically like a makeshift Russian dressing.
It's good. It's a good mixture, Jade. You should try it.
It says
But
hi.
In middle school.
But nowadays, I don't even use ketchup. Ketchup
Mayo
is
chop.
out.
Guys, I'm with you. I gave up on ketchup. Thanks
Well, you
to
guys are on
Carpenter.
sriracha, right?
Yeah, sriracha is ketchup with spice. So it's just like
Yeah.
the point of ketchup.
I can't do
That's
it
what
too
I
much
use.
because then I get the old tapatio butt, you know, in the form of sriracha butt. Thank you, Eden. Thank you.
The sriracha squirts.
Y'all gotta stop.
What is happening right now?
All
The
right.
sugar content, you got to be out on ketchup.
Do you have our next guest?
Yeah, there's so much high fructose corn syrup in ketchup usually.
She is a returning
Yeah,
guest.
ketchup does not taste the same. Doesn't do it.
Is ketchup a soup, Harper?
No, it's a smoothie.
Ketchup is a smoothie.
Because tomatoes are fruit.
It is a
Gross.
fruit. Tomato is a fruit.
Yo. Our next guest comes to us. She was on just recently. She comes to us from Utah. Guess who it is, peoples?
Lisa?
Lisa.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to buy some time here. Lisa.
Oh, are you? No way.
Unbelievable.
Never seen that before.
Let's see here. Let's see if she answers the call.
I do like you filling time by doing play-by-play for your own podcast.
Lisa, are you here?
I'm here.
Ah, beautiful.
Hey, Lisa.
How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you guys?
Good.
What's up?
Let me just tell you who's on the call. Anthony Mace, Black Trey, Tom Haberstroh, Eden the Jake Christie from Sordid History, a Big Was, who was not here the last time.
Nice. Good crowd.
And Zach Harper. I forgot. I didn't see you there. Didn't see you. Zach Harper is actually driving back to L.A. He's hitting the desert, going to see Maze in the desert. Anyway, so
I got to say, looking out
going
here.
to Rochella?
I'm going to
Rochella.
There is not shit out here in the desert. I mean, there is nothing.
It's so nice. You know.
Wait, Zach, you really going to Coachella?
No.
Oh. I was about to say, damn.
Was there any? Does anybody want to talk about a story that happened this week that was interesting to them that they need to get something off their chest, or no? No.
Well,
I'm tired of Nicki Minaj's shit. I'm tired of her. I am tired of that woman.
What did she
did
do?
she Photoshop herself in real life?
Dude, first of all, Jade, she dropped a new single called Chun-Li, right? Then in the artwork, she's got some it's just problematic and weird and kind of semi-reckless, which is fine. But, Asian people, nobody ever cares about their racism complaints. So we kind of brushed it off and moved on. Then she does an interview with Zane Lowe where she's like, oh, they didn't get the story about how I ended up on the song, they meaning the Migos and Cardi B. And Cardi has never shown me a lot of love in interviews. And most girls would have been so happy and proud to get a verse from Nicki. She talked about herself in the third person. She's just fucking ridiculous and annoying. And I can't wait till we're completely rid of her. Thank you, Cardi B, for getting her the fuck up out the paint. That's
Whew. Smoked her. Anybody else feel that way? Tom? Just kidding.
Sorry, what?
I have no thoughts on it.
Sorry, what?
That rant was brought to you by something. But if you do want to sponsor Waz's rant segment, let me know. Anybody out there can sponsor it. $5 on the Venmo. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Anyway, do you have a question for us, Maze?
Let's do
Hold on
Rick 2 at Slick Rick.
Why is it taking you so long to get the question, man? You're worse than me. You're worse than me.
Excuse me, Jade.
Kettle
Jade,
black.
are you hassling me?
You are worse
You're hitting
than
Maze. No, you're hitting Maze with the question. Like, I need a question. Like you're saying, hey, pop quiz. Let's do this.
It's the live show, my man.
That's like the pot calling the kettle tray.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Let me find my right notes.
Replacing
One second.
You got
Or
notes
Jake, maybe
too?
you're just
I'm
rubbing
busy
off on
here
me.
looking at different notes than
Chill,
the one
Eden.
about the pod we're on
Chill.
right now.
That was disgusting.
No, listen, hold on. Okay, so the homie, friend of the show, I got a question, Maze. I got a question. Friend of the show, Mini Motec, at Mini Motec, that's the homie. She wants to know if the Warriors are already considered a dynasty. Have they reached the criteria already? I say no. But they're about to win 3 out of 4, and so after they win this championship, you win 3 out of fucking 4 championships and probably should have 4 out of 4. You're a fucking dynasty.
We're the Miami Heat a dynasty.
Debatable.
They're right there on the
I think
verge.
it's got to last more than 5 years.
I think LeBron is a dynasty.
Yeah.
LeBron is a dynasty. That's a good one. That's a good one.
So what was the last dynasty we had then? The Shaq Kobe Lakers?
Yeah.
The Spurs.
The Spurs.
Yeah.
So the Spurs did it just because they stretched it out over so many years. So as long as you get to a number of titles, it doesn't matter how many years it takes you.
I mean, if it's the same personnel, I mean, it was the same coach, same star player. Yeah.
Do we call the Braves a dynasty? Even though it was just one World Series, they won like fucking 80 NFC East divisions in a fucking row. And I keep saying fucking because I'm a Mets fan.
No, I mean, we were obviously better than the Mets.
Shut your ass up.
The Patriots
The
are
Braves
their
time was
dynasty.
the same length
Hey,
as
wait.
For the last few
period as
decades.
Guys,
Yankee.
can I ask a question? Big Waz, who's in first in the NL East right now?
The New York Metropolitans. First place. We're off to the best start in franchise history.
Is Jerry Ferrara on right now? Getting excited about a New York team after 2 weeks into the season?
Can't wait for the August update, guys.
Our pitching looks great.
Waz,
When is Cespedes?
when you heading out to City?
God.
When you heading out to City when you come back to New York?
I'm going to be in New York for Labor Day weekend, but the Mets happen to be on a fucking road trip. It's
Wow.
I was so pissed when I saw that shit.
I'm trying. Maybe I might go this weekend. I'll bring you there in spirit.
Yeah, keep the seats warm for me, man. But yo,
Who's the most beloved Met of your entire lifetime? Was?
I mean,
Like
my personal favorite Met is Carlos Beltran, but Yoenis Cespedes is very rapidly climbing to the top of that personal favorites list. But I think I don't know who the fans would say that they love the most. Probably be like, I mean, and it's sad, but it'd probably be the David Wright or Jose Reyes at this point.
I was going to say that my favorite growing up was Jose Reyes until he left the Mets and they hit a woman. So now I really don't know who.
No,
and I like David
All
Wright.
you guys
I like
are doing is just naming a bunch of losers. Like, what are you doing?
What are we doing here?
Relax.
Transitioning to
What are we doing?
baseball,
people. Waz, I definitely thought you had Doc or Darryl Strawberry as your favorite.
I mean, those guys are legends on and off the field for sure. But honestly, in 1986, I wasn't even born. So, I love those guys for what they've contributed to the
But you
Mets.
didn't get to watch them too much.
Right. And so, like, I became a Mets fan the summer we traded for Mike Piazza. And so basically, since then, my favorite Met is Carlos Beltran. But again,
People talk about the fight between the Red Sox and Yankees and Don Zimmer and Pedro Martinez, but really the Roger Clemens Mike Piazza fight,
legendary.
No, he threw a fucking baseball bat at the guy.
No,
a
shard
Were they fighting over
sharp end?
Yeah, were they fighting over who had better steroids? What were they fighting over?
Relax. Mike Piazza did it
Piazza
clean.
didn't get caught. So
Piazza did it clean. Oh my god! Wow, you said that so straight. Wow.
Was he's your Derek Jeter? No chance.
Right. Piazza's our Jeter. How sad is that?
Guys, you can catch Waz and I's Mets pod on the Counted Innings Network.
Yeah, Mets pod is coming soon. Now that Ethan has a freaking basketball job again, I can't go on his podcast.
It'll be eliminated from the feed in August.
Congratulations. Lisa, did you hear?
Is Lisa's mic muted?
Did we lose Lisa?
I'm here.
What
Sorry.
are you doing?
Okay.
I was muted.
You've been shouting out Mets takes? You've been doing Mets takes this whole time? We missing it?
The whole time, man. You guys missed everything.
Do you guys get baseball in Utah?
Yes, actually, the Salt Lake Bees are the AAA team for the Angels.
Okay.
You go to see a baseball game here and there?
Occasionally, and it works because I'm an Angels fan, so I actually like going to the Bees games.
Minor league baseball was fun. Back when I was living in Pennsylvania, I used to go to watch the Altoona Curve, who I think are either single A or double A. I used to watch them all the time.
There was one of my hometown in Florida. Shouts to the Charlotte Stone Crabs, single A Rays affiliate.
Altoona Curve. I love that name. We have the Hartford Yard Goats here.
The Altoona Curve. The Altoona Curve sounds like something that happens on social media that you get roasted for.
It sounds like a penis.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but Utah has some controversial baseball minor league teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Orem Owls, this is like 3 years ago, they had a Caucasian Heritage Night. Or they were trying to have that.
I remember that.
Oh, boy.
Did they just hand out sticks of butter?
It never ended up happening because, of course, that got shot down the second it was advertised. But, yeah, that was a mess.
I'm surprised it made it to advertising.
Caucasian.
I'm not.
Heritage.
This is like when Tucker Carlson went on Fox News and just said, "Where are all these jobs for men these days?"
Right. Wait, so, Lisa, are you a Mormon?
I am.
What did they?
Oh, yes, Waz wasn't here.
There, yeah.
No, Waz wasn't here to talk to an African American woman.
Yes, as a black woman who grew up in the Mormon church, what did they teach you about your descendants being marked with the curse of Cain, or was it Abel?
Okay.
Well, I didn't grow up in the church, and we might have to have like a separate pod about that.
Because you know that was
overtime
in the Mormon church.
Waz speaks.
Black people have dark skin because they were cursed with the mark of Cain.
I know the story. I'm aware of the history, but yeah, I think.
Explain it to Trey, please. Because Trey's confused. He's like, "Damn, that's why I'm black."
Oh no, I definitely don't believe that. But shouts to y'all and your religion.
No, you know what? That's the thing. They've really. It is. It's very frustrating, and that's something that was really hard for me, especially joining the church. So I was a history major, and especially going to BYU, there were some classes available that really covered church history and not something that was put on by the church. So you really are going through a lot of the controversial things. And most of those statements, there are a lot of statements like that. Especially a lot of the leaders in the church would make those claims, but they since have come out and even said that, no, that's not the case, and it's not the belief of the church. And so, I think I don't excuse it. I think a lot of leaders at the time made those comments and they were products of their environments, but it's not representative of the church as far as where it stands today. And like I said, I don't excuse it. And I think that, those comments were really horrible. And that was something that was really hard for me, especially being a Mormon. But
for the people out there who don't know the story of Cain and Abel were brothers, and Cain killed his brother. so basically,
you tell the story with so much glee.
That black people descended from a guy who killed his own fucking brother.
Yeah, there's some messed up things, but I think a lot of it was more
funny to me. It's more funny than anything. I mean, come on.
Also, it's worth noting that Waz, at least you listen to the pod, Waz takes glee in making fun of every religion.
Yeah,
very true. Yeah,
it's a thing of mine. It's a thing of mine.
Sorry, I'm eating. I'm muting today.
Are you sure you weren't staging another murder?
Waz, I will say, because I wasn't on the pod at the time, one of my favorite moments in pod history was when you had the, I think it was like a Polish guest named like Jakob or something like that, and you asked him if he was familiar with the nation of Islam.
No, I was just thinking about that story too, actually.
Because I have no idea why I'm familiar with that story, but the moment he came on, I actually thought, is Waz going to ask him about the Nation of Islam story of white people being created? And sure enough.
White people were grafted by pigs and spare parts of animals by an evil doctor named Yakub.
Oh my God!
You're welcome, white people. By the way, that doctor was black.
I wonder if we have any Nation of Islam listeners out there. Would love to have you on as a guest.
We probably don't have any Nation of Islam listeners, but we definitely have 5%er guests, which is an offshoot of the Nation of Islam is an offshoot of Islam, and 5%er Nation is an offshoot of the Nation of Islam.
What's the origin of that?
Sure. Basically, Clarence 13X didn't like the way that Elijah Muhammad was running things, and so he decided he was going to take the parts of the Nation of Islam that he liked and start his own shit. And it was, it was centered around a lot of the same shit, just like pride and black identity and black history, and a lot of that turned into like let's in our faith, since white people, all they ever do is talk about how we're, only partially human, we're dumber than them, we're worse looking than them. In our religion, we're going to talk about how trash and base white people are. And uplift the black man, of course. That was the main point of it. But yeah, so that's basically where you get the 5% of Nation from. And I know for a fact we have 5% of listeners.
Malcolm X was splintering off, right, at the end of his life there.
Yeah, he was becoming disillusioned with. I mean, anytime you have a centralized religion where like one guy is able to dictate terms to a bunch of people, eventually a lot of those people are going to get fed up. Like that's just what happened, even in cults.
Yeah.
Some people would argue that the Nation of Islam was kind of a cult, but whatever.
They got Malcolm. They got him. Maybe the CIA did. Anyway.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's what the white man wants you to think.
The white man wants you to think what?
That Malcolm X was killed by his own people.
Right.
Exactly. The Nation of Islam.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly what they. That's it. But think about it, Jade. That's what they would want us to think.
Yes, exactly. Yep. I'm glad you're coming around to my side, Was. Took you long enough.
I'm on your side on more things than you realize, Jade.
We are African, and we happen to be in America. We're not American. We are people who formerly were Africans who were kidnapped and brought to America. Our forefathers weren't the Pilgrims. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock was landed on us.
Another question.
Man. What am I gonna from Big Country Kyle at Big Country Kyle? White people dog names. Is this a thing? The example thrown out was Oscar. That's my dog's name. I am white.
I would say I think that only white people name their dogs I find that white people name their dogs human names way more than people of color do.
Yeah. For example, my homie's dog who lives out here, he named it after the street that he lived on in Queens. It's like to remind him of home or whatever. Y'all name y'all dogs Max.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my dog Molly.
Let me go through my cats. Sylvester, Leo, Cheetah. Actually, that's not one. Tiger. Or not
that's
Tiger.
Not one?
Tigger. Wait, Cheetah?
Yeah. Why would you throw it out there if it wasn't one of
No,
the
he's
names?
naming the ones that have human names.
Yeah, it's Max,
okay.
Sylvester. My God, my beloved cat who just passed away a few months ago, Indiana Jones. Oh, I loved him.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Indy.
I loved Indy. Ariel. Right now, our cat's name is Trixie. Not a stripper.
How many cats do you have?
Yeah.
These aren't all at once, right?
Cat Lady Jade.
I had Elder. Elder was one of my favorite cats. Oh, boy. Oh, I feel terrible about what happened with Elder. Yeah. Runter Amos was a cat I had.
Oh, is that where you got Ramus from?
No, I gave him my surname.
Oh.
So, Yep, many cats in my life. Many cats. Never.
What's the life expectancy of a cat?
It depends. If you have a cat that goes outdoors, it's shortened. Like you're looking maybe 10, 12 years. But if you keep a cat indoors, it can live. Oh, I shouldn't say that because my uncle had an outdoor cat that lived to like 22.
Yeah, it just depends on the cat.
That is true statistically, though, Jay.
Statistically.
That is true statistically. Yeah.
We keep our cats indoor now. Trixie's an indoor cat, because in my neighborhood or my forest backyard, you do not want to mess with some of the animals back there, including the devious bears. So, by the way, the bears are coming back. It's time.
I was going to ask if there were any sightings lately.
Not yet. They've been sightings in the town, but they're coming. I thought I heard one last night in the woods.
Shit.
Because I heard a big branch break, and I was like, oh, shit. That sounds like a bear.
Jay, your contact photo on my phone is the photo of two bears in your swimming pool. So every time I get a text from you, I get to see those bears.
Do you have Jade's cell phone number?
Yes, I do.
Wow. I don't even have that.
Yep.
Sorry, Tom.
Whenever there's an issue with the Solid Dudes chat, I hit Jake. Like, what the fuck is going on in here?
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say an issue, as in, like, you don't say, like, can you do this? It's like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus God.
By the way, I can't announce anything officially yet, but Jade and I are talking. I might be writing something about ding tracking for behind the paywall. So, guys, if you want to read that, maybe up your donation take.
I love this. Ding Analytics behind a paywall. Amazing.
Mariana's working on a power hairline ranking, power ranking. If you're interested, in joining a newsletter club, hit me up. Hit me up on the DMs.
Wait, who has the best hairline of all the people on this pod? Who has the best hairline?
Me, obviously.
It has to be me.
Trey,
you got a nice hairline.
Best hairline. Black Trey has a good hairline.
Yeah, Trey's good.
For my age, yes. I mean,
for my age.
By the way, Jade, a really, really bad hairline.
I'm older than Tom, and I'm older than you.
What Tom?
Hey, Jade, I talked to Beckley about his hairline when we were in BR together this week.
What's the status?
Who's in his hair?
Yeah, but he's got that big money now, so he can get the plugs.
Wait, so what's the status of his hair now?
Oh no, he just admitted that he's getting old on the hairline.
It's thinning.
It's not like he's hiding from it.
Did you hear Eden? Did you hear that?
That's so disappointing.
No.
Eden was so bummed.
She wants to have sex with Becky Mason.
He's married, Waz. Relax.
So.
Oh, please. It wouldn't be the first time that ever happened.
Is Beckley married?
Beckley's not married.
He's not married, no.
What? I thought Tom told me that he was married.
No, he's got a very steady girlfriend who's got millions of dollars, so he might as well be. You better lock that up.
Okay.
Lock it up, baby.
That's disappointing. Moving on. Maze?
I have bad hair history in the family, so I'm already I'm kind of thinking to myself, when do I have to sell out to make sure I have hair plugs money? You know what I mean? Because the question on Monday was absolutely right. I think it is societally worse. It's harder for a white person to go bald because it's just because if you don't have a beard, you look like a skinhead. So, yeah.
Well, Eden.
What's up?
I can't decide to keep this beard because I'm on SportsCenter every day. You know that life is behind me. So I don't know if I'm wearing this beard because it actually objectively looks good or because I like the idea of not having to shave every day.
I actually think it looks good.
It's still that medium length right now, right? It's not super long.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what medium length is.
You have a decently full beard, but it's not
Yeah.
It's not
yeah. It's not scraggly.
No, it's a good look. It's a good look. Yeah. As long as you keep it trimmed up, I think it's a good length.
Okay.
I'm fully on
That's what she said.
Just having a beard because I don't like shave, so.
My hair grows in so poorly, I can't do that. I would love to because shaving's terrible.
But you got a Paul Pierce kind of beard.
It grows in exclusively on my neck, first. So I have a neck beard if I don't shave for 3 days, and it's miserable.
Neck beards are gross.
The Andrew Luck?
Yeah, no. Yes, that's why I barely get any hair on my actual face, but it grows in super dark on my neck. And so I also just look fat because it looks like you have a double chin at all times. It's terrible.
Let's see.
That's all I'm dealing with.
Maze, you got another one?
Yes, from Phil Petty and the Heartbreakers at Phil Petty. If you have the choice of air dry or paper towel in a public bathroom, which one are you going for?
Paper towel every time.
Paper
Every
towel.
single time.
Always.
Unless
two
it's
kinds
the
of
Dyson blade.
air
The Dyson
blade.
blade.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yeah, the air blade's an
blade
exception.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I
accelerator
air
is
dry,
not
and then I
bad,
probably
but-
still end up using at least one paper towel.
Yeah.
Not if you're using the Dyson air blade.
I use the Dyson air blade. Zach?
But not
Then you
everyone
don't know how
has
to
a
use
Dyson
it.
air
Then
blade.
you don't know how to use it.
Yeah, it's great.
You're pulling up your hands too fast. You have to. It has to be. You have to do it at the right pace to get your hands fully dry.
All right, thank you guys for telling me that I've been drying my hands wrong this entire time. Really appreciate it.
What happened with Taylor Swift today? Something going on with her?
She made a casserole out of Earth, Wind, and Fire's classic.
Oh,
how dare her?
Oh wow!
How dare her?
Trey, you a fool.
Shout, man. Don't touch classics, bro. I was pissed about that. That's what kept me and Zach up. That's the real reason what kept me and Zach up. They rolled that video out while everybody was asleep. Taylor Swift decides to touch a black family classic and add banjo to it. Just disrespect.
Wasn't drinking.
Oh boy, yeah. I don't listen to Taylor Swift's music. Her whole shtick is
she's unbearable.
Yeah, she's tough.
Did you see that? Did you see the ref dive in that? It was a Real Madrid game. Did you see this? Anybody?
The who?
The referee. He got like kind of bumped by the player, and then he flopped.
Took a dive.
Oh my god, it's hysterical. Anyway. Should call my mom now. She's looking for a good question from the hotline, but I can't seem to find one. Zach, how is the drive going?
I think we lost him.
Oh, we did?
No, he's here.
He came back, but must be in a patchy part of the desert.
A patchy part.
Get it?
Of the desert. So anyway, everyone's going to have a nice weekend this weekend?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah? Good.
My man Omar is official this week.
Oh,
the wedding's this weekend?
Is the dinner tomorrow?
The dinner is tomorrow.
Got the big wedding.
It's not a wedding.
It's not a wedding.
Let me be clear, Jade. All right. He got married and he's having 100 people to dinner, but it is not a wedding. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
okay.
It's just 100 people at dinner.
Mama
gets
gets
to be all dressed up, looking at each other, eating.
All right. Okay. Well, shouts
That's
to Omar
kind of
for
how
his sort of wedding.
Chinese weddings are.
Okay.
Who's getting married?
Friend of Trey's. Omar. Well, he's a friend of the show, actually. Omar Spahi. Anyway, hey, Ma, what's up?
Just check. Just doing nothing.
Got your...
Just when it was outside talking to the neighbors, looking at the weather.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting... it was getting dark here before.
Yeah, it's warm but weird.
Yeah, weird. Hashtag weird. Anyway,
Hashtag weird.
Yeah. How's iPhone life treating you?
iPhone is very addictive. Not sure I like it.
Do you mean the addictiveness of it?
It is. It's. I'm always playing on it, so it's good.
I noticed that at Sadie's party you were on it more than usual. But Ma went from flip phone to iPhone 8, so it's a big jump.
Yeah. I can look up all kinds of stuff on there. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
How are you guys? What's the big discussion today? Marriage?
Nothing really. Nothing.
No, the big discussion is black people in the Mormon church. Are you familiar with that history, Mama Hoy?
Mormons? I know Mormons just from... aren't they the ones with multiple wives?
Oh, Mom. Ma, we have a Mormon on the show, Lisa.
Hi, Mama Hoy.
Hi.
Lisa, how do you
Tell
battle
me-
the,
I
how do you
don't-
battle
no,
the
I
stereotype?
guess-
I mean, it's not a stereotype. It's true, right?
I mean, yes and no, but we're also, people confuse us a lot as well. So early in the church, there was polygamy, and then they broke off. And so there's more of the fundamentalist Mormons that still practice it. And if you practice it in the existing Mormon church, you'll be excommunicated. Like there's zero tolerance for it.
All right. See, I know nothing, obviously.
And what do we call the sect that broke off?
Fundamentalists. Yeah, so we just call them fundamentalists. So it's the FLDS church.
Okay, cool. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Are they nationwide now? Weren't they like once just in Nevada or Utah?
Utah.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't think you can do it
They're in
legally in
Queens.
Connecticut. They're in Queens.
They are in Queens, guys. I'm telling you. But like whenever
Well, there are Mormons all over.
Yeah, Mormons
what I'm
are
saying.
worldwide, but fundamentalists, not really.
No, not the fundamentalists. But whenever you see 3 white guys on your block wearing the exact same clothing, you know it's like Mormon recruiters.
Oh.
Yeah. Usually it's just like black pants and a white shirt, a white button-up, short sleeve. And then nice as hell.
Well,
that's good.
Ma, you learn something new every day. So they say.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
every week we bring you on to talk about the world of TVs and sometimes movies. Not many good ones out, though. What have you been checking out this week?
Well, I told you about Killing Eve, right? It's my newest find on the BBC, and I loved it. I mean, it's about a sociopathic Russian assassin, female, who's taunting a female M15 agent. So it's good. She carries out these amazing assassinations. You know, she's young, beautiful, clever. I like it. So it's a thriller with comedy. Does that make sense? Yes, I think so. So you got to check it out. It's Eve, Killing Eve. It's on BBC.
I recognize the
British.
woman from.
They're always
Yeah,
more
Sandra
intelligent.
Oh from Grey's Anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
Sideways.
Yeah. See, I knew I recognized her, but I don't watch Grey's Anatomy. So, but she's good. They're both excellent.
Sandra.
You'll enjoy it.
Jodie Comer? Is that her name?
Jodie Comer, yeah, and I saw her in a series called 13, which I watched a long time ago. So it's worth watching, definitely.
What's that on?
Now,
BBC.
Now, hey, Mama Hoy, Jay Christie here. I want to talk about The Americans because I'm caught up.
No, the Americans.
It's so.
Okay.
I just. It's really crazy. Elizabeth is just so cold, and Phil is just so happy. It's like this. I like how they sped it up 3 years because you can see the divisions that were already there are just so grown. Like they're basically living in completely different worlds. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, Philip he's sold on America.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that whole pep talk that he gave his staff, right?
Yeah, that's so American.
And Elizabeth freaked out when she heard there was a pizza store in the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
So
and like you can tell that he's like wanting to tell her like because she's like I hate it here and he's thinking like no I like it here a lot, this is better.
Right. Yeah. He's completely sold on America completely. And Elizabeth's like wow there was that scene where she killed that guy. I mean she's afraid
Which one?
The end of the general the end of the last.
Yeah. But she killed people at the end of the last 2 episodes.
Oh, right. Yeah, there were 2. Yeah, she's killing a lot of people, which to me, I'm sorry, I'm a small female. How does she kill these big people? How does she do it?
I mean, she's a trained Russian spy. I think that's like, I don't know.
All right. I have to
I'm not saying I fully believe it, but if anyone can, I would say a trained Russian spy can kill people. Also, one of them was like by surprise, and the other one was like a 70-year-old general. So I'm not
with the gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Also, yeah, she did Paige wrong with yelling at her. Like if my mom almost got shot, I'd run to her. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. Right. But she's tough, right? She wants her daughter to be a good spy, well-trained, adept. So
I think that Waz is definitely right about how it's good because it's back to spying rather than like relationships.
Yeah. By the way, Elizabeth is a horrible mom for wanting her daughter to do the job that she does. Terrible mother.
Well, she's more, her first thing is being a Russian spy. That's it's her priorities.
She's a fanatic.
Yeah, she's a fanatic. Exactly. She's nuts.
I can't wait for Philip to report her to the feds. It's going to make me very happy when that happens. Lock her up. Throw away the key.
She's dedicated. So,
I mean, really it's going the way, like, even though the stuff along the way is surprising, I like how it's kind of following the trajectory. From the first episode, you could kind of tell this is the way it was going, where Philip was going to embrace America and Elizabeth was going to get increasingly isolated as things got better between America and the Soviet Union. And it's just, it's being done really well. I really like the way it's going so far this season. I'm excited.
Yeah. I watch it faithfully. You know, it's good. I know what you mean.
What did you think of the terror this week?
You know, I can't even remember what happened. I can't remember.
What did happen? What did happen? Is
that the one where the body?
They flogged the guys for going out and capturing the woman there. The creature.
Oh, yeah,
they've determined what the creature is more so than before.
Is that the one where the body fell, or is that what am I thinking?
The body of two halves, and then.
Oh yeah! Oh God! Yeah, that was.
By the way, if you are watching The Terror, you have to watch it in a dark setting because it's impossible to see anything in just normal lighting. It's so because now the sun is gone. All you see is I like the Aurora Borealis effect though they show. It's nice.
Oh yeah, it's good.
It's cool. It's a good show. It's a good show. It's a little. I don't quite understand what's happening in the storyline with like his wife and the girlfriend back in England.
Oh yeah, they were going back and forth. Yeah, I think I watched it like whenever it came on, and I've already forgotten it. I must not have been impressed with it.
It was okay. It just wasn't, It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's a good show. It's not a great show.
Yeah, oh definitely. I'm staying with it. There's no way I'm quitting that show.
What else?
My other favorite is Sneaky Pete.
Maze, you watching that? Is Maze here?
Yeah, I'm here. No Sneaky Pete for me.
No.
Oh, why not? Why? He's so good. He assumes an identity of a former cellmate, and he joins his cellmate's family, who haven't seen him in 20 years, so he's able to pull it off. And he learns this family they have all kinds of secrets, but it's so clever. I think this thing is clever, totally. And there's a lot of tension built around all these secrets. And it's Bryan Cranston's creation. I love Bryan Cranston. He's awesome.
Well, I like Ribisi, so I started watching
it. Oh,
it's fun.
He's good.
It's a fun show.
Right? It's fun. It's definitely fun. It's kind of like Killing Five, and it's got some comedy in it, but then they keep creating these complex conspiracy things. It's good. So
indeed,
check it out. And what else is
Legion?
Oh, of course, but I'm bewildered. I can't talk about Legion.
Okay.
Still. Are you getting it yet?
Yeah, I thought this episode was significantly more straightforward.
Do you read
really?
Recaps, Ma? Do you go and look for any people?
The crazy wrestling match.
Yeah.
What they're.
Well, so they've started doing this thing where the main good guy and the main bad guy are powerful psychic mutants, right? Like they have tremendous mental powers. So the way that the show depicts the way they do battle, instead of like Harry Potter where the wands are shooting light beams at each other or whatever, they do all their battles on the astral plane. And so the wrestling match was them fighting, but when David summons that up, Al-Farouk says, he kind of laughs and he goes, physical. So that's just one way that they can fight, is like literally wrestling. And then he turns into a samurai and he pulls a sword out, and then David turns into a tank, and then Al-Farouk turns into like a tornado. And it's like, okay, so the way that they can battle on this astral plane is literally up to their imagination. So it's whatever they can come up with.
Okay, yeah.
And so it allows for them to be really, visually, use a lot of visual flair to depict these battles, even though there's no like clear winner. It's the same thing as like the dance battle from the first episode.
Right. Yeah.
It's how they fight. So I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I love the show, but sometimes you can look at my face and it's really puzzled.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I think that's 100% the point of what they're trying to do. This episode was a lot more explainy and exposition-y. But the thing is that I'm also dubious to trust anything that they're spelling out for us, because that's not the way the show works. So there's got to be a twist or two coming in the future.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, other than that,
that's it. I don't think I saw anything.
I watched Paterno.
Oh, Paterno. Yeah. Terrible.
Right, it was terrible. How dismal. They made him look like an idiot. So I didn't like it. Neither did my husband. But we watched it. And I don't know.
Wait, is there a stance that he didn't know what was going on?
Well, he was like single. He only thought of football. That's it.
Oh God. Yeah, see, that's the problem with that shit, is that out there in State College, like just everybody in and around the program, like when they talk about why the program is so special, is because it's about more than football. We graduate our kids. We only recruit kids who don't, beat women up and blah, 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 blah. Like there's this whole piety and fucking moralizing aspect to in and around the program. So this idea that Joe, he was just so focused on football, he couldn't do anything about kids being molested is just, I can't even begin to unpack that. That's ridiculous.
You watched it then? You did watch it?
No, I didn't. I haven't watched it. I don't think I will, honestly.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, okay. I don't blame you.
Anybody watch Andre the Giant?
No,
I watched it.
Is that out?
That
I
came
didn't
out
get
this
to
came
it.
out on
It's on
Tuesday.
It's on HBO.
Is that a series or just
It's a
show?
documentary.
It's a documentary.
about Andre the Giant.
Oh.
I caught one part where he said he drank 24 beers a day on average, or 2 cases of wine.
Yeah, easily. He just like constantly.
Jeez.
Oh, he was an alcoholic. I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess he was
to
an
mask
alcoholic,
the
but
pain, though.
it also a case of wine didn't get him drunk.
Yeah, he's huge.
Well, we know that he couldn't have survived in Utah then.
Yeah, no, he wasn't Mormon.
Was he a drug user or just alcohol?
I don't think a drug user, just a heavy drinker. I mean, he's French, so he's probably raised. His whole family probably was like knocking back bottles of wine on the regular, but definitely grew to an absurd amount because of his extreme size and the beating his body took on a daily basis.
Was there depression?
It was kind of hard to get an impression of what Andre the Giant was really like outside of the ring. There wasn't a lot of like interviews with him. He's also kind of unintelligible. Mm-hmm. So it's mostly people like speculating or talking about him. He seemed like a really happy person. He seemed like a really good friend and fun guy to be around, but his whole life was uncomfortable.
Yeah, could only imagine. It looks great. It was obviously a great subject matter. I got to check that out. Shouts to Bill Simmons. Anyway, Ma, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tomorrow is the actual birthday of your granddaughter.
Yeah, I know.
Happy birthday, Sadie.
Yay, happy birthday, Sadie. We expect this on Instagram, by the way, Jade.
We're going to IKEA tomorrow to look for a new a dresser for the baby that's coming, but then we're going to go to dinner at a fun place that has sharks on the ceiling or something like that, and then we're going bowling. Or maybe it's both. Maybe the place has bowling
Live sharks
and sharks on the ceiling. I think
Jade,
so. Yeah.
Jade, it's called an aquarium. Actually, it's not really a ceiling. It's just you're in a tube. They're kind of a walkway as they, swim over you.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess we won't be visiting then. So we'll call tomorrow.
Maybe Sunday. We'll see you.
All right, Jade.
All
and
right,
you
Ma.
guys. Have a good one.
All right, you
Bye,
too.
Mama Boy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, hold on a second here. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta check out that Andre the Giant thing.
Jade, can I ask a logistical question about Warriors Wednesday? Do you still have access to that sound effect of you saying, "We gon' bust your ass," period?
We gon' bust your ass, period. I actually lost it. I left it on my ESPN computer and I redid it. So it's not a hard thing for me to redo. Sarah the Pharmacist, are you here?
I'm here.
Ah, beautiful. Trey, what is your question?
I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to talk too much. I know we don't talk basketball
Trey, you
on this
also
show.
got a message on the hotline, by the way.
All right. I'll make this quick. Is it better for the Cavs and Warriors to meet for a fourth time, or would you want it to be blown wide open and just like let a new team come and play?
It's a good question.
I want Cavs Warriors.
I don't.
People act like they don't want LeBron in the finals, but you want DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry.
You're right
in the finals.
It's tough. It's
like it's not going to be
want
more
DeMar
fun for
DeRozan,
you.
Kyle Lowry.
I'm asking. I'm just saying. I'm asking the question. I'm merely posing the question.
No, my thing is it doesn't matter what side it goes. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like say the Warriors don't get past the Spurs.
I think it would be much. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean? Do we still complain about that or what? Like, I mean, because I'm a complainer. After a while, I'm just like, okay, this is a broken record. Why should I even watch it?
I think this would be, if it is Warriors Cavs, I think this will be the last year for sure. So,
yeah, because people are getting hurt every now. You know what I mean?
LeBron's leaving the Cavs.
Yeah, exactly.
Folks act like they're tired of the LeBron storyline until they realize what the other storylines are, and then they're like,
that's a really good way of putting it.
It's like,
it's like, no, this wasn't better than LeBron.
Like, let's just say the Celtics were as good as their fans think they are, and Kyrie was healthy, and they were able to beat Cleveland. Like that would get your juices flowing. Jason Tatum.
The Sixers would be exciting, but not because they would win.
Right. Yeah, sure. The Sixers would be a fun story. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I'm fine with it.
I'd like to see it happen. I just don't think it will.
See, my thing is I'm torn because obviously I like going to the Bay in June. Yeah. But then, because the Bay is
the Bay in June.
The Bay in June is beautiful. It's great. But then you're like, they're matching up with who? Oh, yeah, they're about to win this game.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's the thing. It's kind of like, all right, I don't even need to get excited, but at least I get to see my friends in the Bay.
If anyone wants to fly me out to the Bay in June, let me know. Oh, wait, I'm having a kid. Never mind.
You could use that money to fly me out. I'm available.
FedEx me some Shandong, though. Please, somebody. Overnight. Ooh. I'll take it. Anyway, let's see here. I have to.
There was a question for Sarah the Pharmacist, by the way.
All right, give it.
It was. I may be late from Pac-Man Pat at Pac-Man Pat. I may be late since flu season is ending, but could Sarah break down why some people were amputating body parts due to just having the flu?
What? Somebody had body parts amputated from the flu?
I'm assuming it was just like an infection, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't know why, unless there was like an infection or sepsis, or I mean, they might have had like other factors, like if they were diabetic and they were really sick. That's it's probably the complications of their immune system and stuff.
It says here,
that's crazy.
A hunting enthusiast who started out with the flu ended up with both of his feet and 9 fingers amputated.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Septic shock?
Sepsis. Yeah, it's like an infection in your bloodstream.
Man, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Jake, by the way, I'm going to let that one slide, but I'm watching you, dog.
Yeah, I know.
What'd I do?
Yeah.
That's a question.
Anthony Mays, I'm very
There's
sorry.
there's a hierarchy, okay? It's Mays and then me, and then you, Jake.
Before
maybe.
we get to Eden's love questions, I want to get this guy in. Coming to us all the way from Bristol, Connecticut, works at ESPN, and he's not answering.
Oh, come on!
Is it Sean Rosales?
Maybe he got banned from the show too.
So, congratulations, Ethan. Looking
Yep.
forward.
That was an hour ago.
Yeah, again.
Nah, but we want to congratulate him on his job. We congratulated him on a baby.
No, we congratulated
We
him
also
on his
congratulated
job.
him.
I was just completely making that. I know. I was just.
What else could we? Congratulations on Ethan for being good at sous videing. That's another thing we congratulate him
Well,
for.
we don't know that he's good at it. We've just seen pictures.
That's true.
It might taste like trash.
Yeah, it might taste like trash.
Little known fact: if you sous vide anything, you can't mess it up. So it doesn't really take any skill.
Really?
This is Ethan we're talking about.
Why are we crushing my man Stroud?
You know why? Because
he's not here.
He had the chance. Well, yeah. One, he's not here. Two, he had the chance to take multiple more months off, and he chose to take a job, and I can't respect that. I know he wants to work, and I know baseball season is a long time, but yeah.
I wonder if the Athletics going to put him on baseball after he's done with basketball.
Oh, I assume that's why he got hired.
What's the baseball knowledge? Hey, Sean Rosales.
Hey, Jade.
What's happening,
Hola,
my man?
papito.
Oh, hey.
Kevin
What's
still
going
does
on,
the
Sean?
Rosales the best.
Yeah, she really does.
Hola, primo.
Rosales.
I mean,
¿Qué lo que primo?
Oh, he was. I gotta say, Zach Harper, he really does the R's the best. Is he on the call?
You damn right I do the R's the best.
Okay.
KP can't touch this.
KP invented it.
Rosales.
KP invented it. He's obviously the best one at it.
Hey, you know what? Dr. J dunked before Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was better at it.
Zach Harper does R's amazingly, especially when he's calling black people niggas.
Jesus Christ! God! Jesus!
Crazy rumor.
You heard that?
Oh,
why?
Man, I didn't know Sacramento got down like that.
And
it was just it was late right there, guys. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. I'm fucking
Jade, I'm gonna need a
Also, that
way
would be
bigger
crazy
explosion
was-
sound effect for that one.
Yeah, well, that would be crazy to roll the R at the end of that word.
Oh God!
Oh my God! Hey, Sean, how is the campus at ESPN doing?
Good. I actually am at home right now. I'm about to head in. I got a little MLS action on ESPN. Little Orlando City, Philadelphia. Got a shameless plug tonight on the mothership. But it's going well. I'm enjoying my time here in beautiful, right now, Plainville, Connecticut, but overall Bristol area.
Wait, Sean, are you in your sound booth?
I am not. No. I wasn't able to make it in. I got stuck playing. I got stuck walking the dogs and playing a little video games. So I just got out of the shower and now I'm getting ready to go to work.
Porn. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, Jade, I can't say it like that. I don't know if my wife's gonna listen to this.
Yo.
Wait, hold on, Sean. You said Orlando City?
Yeah. So Orlando City is the name of the football club there in Orlando. Not,
is that like trying to reference like Manchester City?
I think so. It's like how they have Sporting Kansas City. It's like you don't really. It's really European. Don't try to.
They
make
also
it
have
an
like
American
they
thing.
have Real Salt Lake.
FC Dallas.
I think these are all bad ideas.
Wow.
I think that
right.
I forget who it was. I think it actually might have been Keith Olbermann when he had a show on ESPN where he's like, people aren't going to watch the MLS if you just constantly remind them that you're a worse version of European soccer.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, although
don't
they have
remind
Zlatan-
people
they
that
have
there's a
Zlatan
better
now in
league.
LA. Yeah, don't count out the Zlatan.
Sean, you got a question by any chance?
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear the news about Ethan, Sean?
Oh my God.
I know. Jade Bombo.
Incredible or what?
Ethan. Oh my gosh.
You don't understand.
Awesome. I can't. I just downloaded the Athletic app. I'm actually may sign up for that now.
Hey, dude, you should do it now because it's only like $3.
Oh, definitely.
Do it now.
Use the Ethan is freed promo code.
Free Ethan.
Tom Havistro.
Free Ethan
member
promo
of-
code.
Tom Havistro, member of the the Count the Dings Fantasy Baseball League. So thank you for taking part of this.
Hey, my pleasure. I love
Almost
fantasy
feels like
baseball.
we're on Sean's show all of a sudden.
Yeah. What? Hey.
Hey. What's the question, buddy?
Speaking of shows, 2 out of 4 guests today have been on my Marvel podcast, so I'm feeling
That's
pretty
true.
good.
Oh yeah, that's
Sean's been on it.
Give me the question,
the MCU
Sean.
podcast with the
Question.
The question. It's a basketball question, so is it okay
see you
to
later,
ask?
buddy. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Get this guy out of here.
Closer to the mic, too, will you? Where you sound like you're in a pillow.
Good.
Or not close. I mean, you don't have to be up close against the mic. Just be in the same room as the mic.
See, I'm on my AirPods right now.
Oh, man, you know that's a no-no. I kick you off, buddy.
I know, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. What's the question?
So is this the year of the upsets for the NBA playoffs? Just looking at the matchups, how many upsets could y'all actually see, happening this year? It seems like a pretty good year overall for the NBA playoff wise.
Tom, you
Can't wait for my Wizards.
Yeah,
Can't
Tom-
wait for my Wizards.
Tom got onto DC Island there, whatever.
Tom, you know the last time the Raptors won a game 1 in a playoff series?
I don't think that Rob Mahoney was born.
I don't think he was either. 2001.
It is
2001.
over.
It's the only time they've done it.
What does that have to do with it? I'm confused as to what that has to do with anything.
They're gonna drop game 1.
They're gonna drop game 1 and the series Wizards in 7.
Do series end after game 1? I'm confused.
They usually do with the Raptors.
What are you guys talking about?
Congrats to the Wizards on winning the series. Big upset. It's already over, guys. Book it, Sean Rosales.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just looking at some of them, like even like Pelicans, Blazers. Like Pelicans could easily win that series.
I mean, it's all a lot of speculation at this point. I would say there's probably going to be 1 or 2 upsets in the first round.
Well, we have to qualify.
I guess it depends on what you
Those
consider an
teams are so
upset.
close, the West.
Like, is Zach's Bucks beating the Kyrie-less Celtics an upset?
No.
I mean, my Bucks beating the Warriors isn't going to be an upset.
Is Zach?
So
Are you saying the Celtics winning would be an upset?
Yeah, the Celtics winning would be an upset because they kind of suck.
Don't talk down on Scary Terry like that.
Scary Terry.
What the hell is Scary Terry?
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
That sounds like a guy on a sex offender registry.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That guy lives in Arkansas, definitely.
Wow.
He lives right next door to me.
Hey,
actually.
but Scary Terry does eat spaghetti sandwiches with sugar. That is serial killer.
Oh, God.
Oh, and it's mayo in it. And it's mayo in it too.
Oh no!
Are you serious? That's the kind of inside info I like, Trey.
Hang out with way too many white people.
No, he did. He had the starters eat it.
Oh yes, that's right. I remember that. That's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to them for surviving and not
did that in
dying.
the summer league, right?
That's tough, man.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't never want to be that poor. I'm sorry. That's a crazy poverty move right there. I had syrup sandwiches and stuff like that, but like spaghetti sandwiches with sugar, spaghetti and sugar just does not mix. Period. But then to add mayo, It's just like,
Ew.
sheesh.
Well,
my favorite story like that is how Trevor Booker said he used to eat up to 13 bowls of cereal a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's I don't know. That just came to mind.
That's understandable.
Oh, dude, cereal is the best.
Yeah.
Which is why when there was the soup cereal debate, someone brought him in the fold because he's considered a cereal expert.
And he got it wrong.
If I could do milk, I would eat cereal all the time.
Oh, I thought you were saying if I could do milk, I'd have sex with it every day.
Jay, you said you had a question.
What are we doing here?
No,
He said if I could do milk.
Trey,
I mean, come on.
someone left Trey. Hold on, Trey. Someone left you a message. It's pretty funny, I thought, at least. Hold on, here we go.
We haven't had one yet. Yeah, let's go.
All right, I called to call out Black Trey. I just want to tell you something, Black Trey. It's really easy to tell when you hate someone because you usually got some mild takes, but as soon as you don't like someone, you come in with the crazy talk. Logic comparing him to Miley Cyrus? Come on, bro. Come on. Malcolm Brogdon comparing him to Michael Carter Williams? Trey. I love it, man. Keep it up. Let's see how hot these things can get. Keep up the great work, guys. Big fan.
Wait, how is comparing Malcolm Brogdon to MCW actually a hot take?
Wait,
how was that a hot take?
When did you do the Logic Miley Cyrus? Did I miss
Yeah,
that?
I thought that was a compliment when he said Logic Miley Cyrus.
It
I thought
is.
he was pumping him up.
Oh,
so the comparison was pretty much like, because I don't know, I just still don't see Logic as a black guy. Like,
Whoa, Trey.
He's biracial.
Did you know he's biracial?
That's a deeply
Yeah, I know he's biracial, and he'll let us know by the end of this pod.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I meant like, I wouldn't be surprised if Logic dropped a country album like Post Malone or something later on in his career. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you saying black people can't do country?
Huh?
You saying black people can't do country?
Black people
Hello,
can't.
Nelly.
No, but I'm saying,
Jimmy Butler loves.
Don't put down on Darius Rucker like that.
All I'm saying is that when something doesn't work, they go back to it, and that was kind of similar to what I was saying as far as Miley Cyrus and Logic. But the whole MCW, Brogdon thing was like people winning Roy that shouldn't have won Roy. That was the only comparison.
And why is Brogdon like considered like really, really good? I don't think he's 29 years old.
No, people, you know what's crazy? It's because he's professional. He's not the radical NBA player like everyone else. He does it the right way, and people love him. Like they'll go, like he's playing in this. He's going to be playing in this third game back with the Bucks, and they just added Dellavedova, and it's like, who? Like still, I wouldn't pick him up on my fantasy team. Like I don't see. He doesn't do it for me. I don't think he puts the Bucks over the edge. But people love him.
He's a nice player. He's a nice player who like he can shoot and he can defend. Well, I don't know how he's going to defend after the.
I bet you that tone change if he don't sign one autograph.
Well, I mean, I'm not asking him for an autograph.
No, I'm talking about
if
he didn't sign one autograph for a fan, that tone would change on him. But I think now
he's still shoot 40% from three. That's the only thing I care about. Can he shoot?
Dun, dun, dun. Sean, you still here?
I don't see Brogdon making a game winner.
He's older than Andre Drummond.
Yeah. Damn. No, how old is he really?
No, he's 25.
Yeah, he's old, bro.
25, old. Anyway, hey, wait.
Talk to him, Jade.
Let's do this question.
For year two, Jade, that's old. Is that year two?
I know.
Yeah, year two.
I know it is.
Year two at 25 is old, bro.
Okay. Enough basketball. Here we go.
Well, I got a mailbag question. First time, long time. And what's your favorite or funniest cheating story on a test? Or a woman, if you want. Want to get that personal. I once cheated on a test, every single question. And the person I cheated off got a 0 while I got 100. And he got a lecture off of why you shouldn't cheat. Let me know, guys and girls. Keep up the great work.
Damn, that's brutal. So he cheated off that dude, and then the other dude got busted for cheating?
Yeah.
Because they had the same answers?
That's America.
Yes, that is America. America.
I actually got something on this.
I wrote like answers on a gum wrapper one time and like chewed up the gum and checked out some answers on my gum wrapper.
I was just thinking,
but
I was thinking the other day how easy it must be to cheat these days. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like
Back in the day, we had to write answers on our legs.
You know,
inside water bottle labels.
I said, as the person who was in high school most recently, it definitely is much easier to cheat these days.
Jake, what did you get on your SAT score?
2110.
2110. That's how they score them now.
Jesus. Yeah, it's out of 2400, Jade.
Yeah, I was like 1480 out of 1600.
Back in my day, it was 1600.
Yeah,
1480.
Slow down.
I made a full score in math, like perfect 800.
Yo, she's Asian, guys.
My English,
not very Asian of you at all.
My English was so bad. Like, I think I only scored the rest of it was English, so it was only like 600 something. But yeah.
So in high school, I was hoping to get 1300 because that was like the low bar for Wake Forest.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in and I take the first test and I got a 1240 and I was really upset. And I was devastated. So I had to take it again to get my 1300. I come back, I look at the report with my score and I realize I didn't get it. I didn't get my 1300. I go to my mom. My mom, I didn't get the 1300. I'm never going to get into my favorite school I want to get into. She goes, son, what did you get? And I said, I got a 600 on my verbal and a 700 on my math. I didn't get it.
Well, you shouldn't have got that high on
math. Wake Forest was your dream school?
Jesus.
Yeah. I applied early. I got deferred. I got waitlisted and then accepted into Wake.
Can you please explain to us why you were so thirsty to go to Wake Forest?
Yeah. I really want to know about this.
Big ACC school. I grew up loving UNC. I was a huge UNC fan, but I wanted to go to a small school, and it's the second smallest D1 school in America. So it's the smallest Power 5 school, and I just wanted to go there. That's it.
Wait, why? What's the appeal or draw of a small school rather than like say a UNC or a Penn State or some shit?
Yeah, because he got into Tulane and didn't want to go.
13-1.
13-1. Oh, the women are 13-1.
No.
Oh snap!
No,
okay.
That Jerv quote.
That's the Jerv quote.
Oh, that's the Jerv quote. That's what
diplomatic reason is I went and visited, and the ladies. It was nice. It was nice.
Didn't you meet your wife? Didn't you meet your wife at Wake Forest?
Yes. Yes. I started dating my
job well done on you.
Year.
Job well done, my brother.
Soon, and I'm going to transition into Ask Eden, brought to you by eHarmony with the promo code Talk Hoops for a free month there, I believe. Did anybody have a cheating on their girlfriend-boyfriend story they wanted to share?
Yeah, I actually have that.
What?
Go.
So, I started college down in Texas, and I was dating a girl, and it got pretty serious, and then I transferred up to Indiana University.
Who the hell is this?
That's Sean Rosales.
Yeah.
Oh my
Wow, was?
Sorry, I forgot we had you. No, seriously, I thought for a second that Jade brought Jimmer on just to talk about cheating on him. By the way, that's something Jade would do. That sounds like
you're right.
What the fuck is going on?
Actually, that
he is.
Yes, that actually worked perfectly. Go.
Oh, yeah. So leave for college up at Indiana University, and I actually start dating who ended up being my wife. And this was back when everything was Facebook official. So obviously we get done with our party and we get done the day after, and then I leave, and she looks me up on Facebook, and then she calls me, "Hey, are you dating so-and-so?" I was like, no, of course not. I just forgot to, update my Facebook status.
Oh my God.
So that night I ended up breaking up with the girl back in Texas. And then my wife and I ended up going on to successful marriage and happily ever after.
Aw. Well, the story's not over yet, but
I have a story related to that. I was like sort of dating a woman, right? And she had a propensity for just posting a bunch of pics of us on social. Like she just loved doing this. Meanwhile, like I just didn't post anything with me and her. It's just that's not the nature of how I do social. It's just like, oh, look at the people I'm dating, but whatever. I thought it was kind of weird or strange or whatever. And then my cousin was like, yo, I was on such and such Facebook today. And it says that she's in a relationship. And there are pictures of you all over that shit. And I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. And so I called her and I was like, look, you can keep it up there if you want. But like the people in her life, meaning her closest friends, her family, they're going to go on my page and there's going to be none of that going on. And that's going to be embarrassing. And but what she said was that she had never changed it from her last boyfriend and that it was just a carryover. But, chicks lie. That's the moral of the story.
Dudes, guys lie too.
Yeah, guys.
Now, Wallace, I've heard tell that Haitian men don't cheat. Is this true?
Haitian men don't cheat. Haitian men don't cheat. Haitian men don't cheat. We're just so faithful. And that goes across.
Did you see the video of the Haitian dude celebrating he became a millionaire?
No, I did not. Could you send that over? Please?
Yo,
send that over?
Yes, I will, man. But it's a reason. It's a funny joke. I don't even want to say it. I'm gonna just let you laugh at it because you're gonna get it.
all right. First question from Shane Cullen at sh:90. What are some good / bad ideas? Yeah, friend of the show, brain surgeon guy, I think. What are some good / bad ideas for a first Tinder date? Also, what are some good exit strategies in case you find yourself with a serial killer? So the general
first dates don't go to the movies. Don't do that.
Yeah, I was like, you can't talk, and you have to. You don't want to be in a situation where you're not interacting with the other person. And if you go to the movies, you're just sitting awkwardly next to each other for a couple of hours because you don't really know each other at this point. And then it's pointless, I think. So I think that for my general parameters for first dates, especially off Tinder, is to keep it very low committal with room to expand if it goes well. Like coffee or happy hour drinks, like go somewhere public, not too loud so you can actually interact with each other. But yeah, you just don't want to plan for anything where you're committed to being stuck with that same person in case there's just no chemistry. But also, if you feel like
don't go to the sex museum in Midtown Manhattan either. That'll get awkward.
Yeah, like just do normal activities. Just
Eden,
to keep it
would you say there's a subtext to dinner date versus lunch date versus coffee date as to how enthused someone would be to go on said date?
Yeah, I was actually gonna get there is because, it depends on where you are in like your Tinder relationship, I guess. It's like if you've built a decent enough rapport to the point where you feel like you can have a comfortable dinner and go for it. But I feel like it takes quite a while of interaction to build up for that. But yeah, dinner's obviously more serious.
Women don't want people to watch them eat food.
Yeah. So it's like going somewhere casual with like, that's why I say coffee or just like happy hour. Cause usually it's like tapas with happy hour. It's like nothing too messy. And then as far as exit strategies go, just make sure you go places where the window in the bathroom is big enough to climb out of.
So you judge all of your restaurants and bars based on the bathroom window size?
No, that was a joke, but I just mean...
That's what Jay did one time when he didn't like a woman he was on a date with. He snuck out through the bathroom window.
I just mean definitely be aware of where all the exits are.
Wait, was that the one with the eye?
Two lazy eyes.
It's also fine to be like, this isn't going well. I'm gonna bounce. You're not beholden to anything.
I mean,
if it's bad, why would you stick through it?
If you can identify the tortureness of something like that early, get out. Just get out.
Yeah, it only takes me 15 minutes to know if I can deal with someone or not.
I would put it at a 0 chance of it ever turning around, you know. Sometimes dates can turn around. But if it's extremely awkward right from the get-go, get out.
Yeah. Well, and you can just tell when there's no chemistry, like not just conversational, but if there's no body chemistry, then it's just pointless. So any more suggestions for first Tinder dates from anyone?
Lisa?
No, not for this, but I do have something for Eden.
What's up?
So, well, more like I would love for you to give advice because not for me, but for everyone who slides into my DMs.
Oh, I have lots of advice for this.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, Lisa. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm being personally attacked right now.
No.
Oh, wow.
Did you address this to watch me?
It's crazy.
No, I'm sure you do the DMs very tactfully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, come on. All you say is hi. Just say hi. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, Lisa.
Okay, no, so this happens, and either I'm just not memorable or there's just some real idiots out there. But I have, and in fact, this just happened this morning where someone slid into my DMs. It was, hey, I saw you on Bumble, wanted to see if we could talk, chat. And of course, this is someone I didn't match with.
Right.
But then when I looked at the DM, I looked that he had sent me a similar message from June 2017 as well.
Wow.
And I had responded to it. And I mean, I think I need to be more clear and not just be too nice. But then I was just like, hey, while I'm flattered, I'm just not really looking to date right now. But and plus I only really want to go out with people I'm matching with or that I know.
Yeah.
And I said that in the DM, and he responded back saying, okay, yeah, no worries. And here we are, April 2018, sends a similar message. And so I just want it to be put out there that you should probably read your DMs before you send the same girl the same message.
Definitely.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
And also, if it's situations like that, I really hate it when someone, especially if they comment on one of my Instagram pictures, hey, I saw you on Tinder. Let's meet up. And I'm like, well, we didn't match on Tinder. So
right.
Why are you putting comments?
If I may defend the men here.
Sure.
Oh, this ought to go well.
Yeah.
No,
I can't wait to hear
I think Waz is I like Waz's point of views usually.
Relax. What I'm saying is that, especially on Tinder, because they've introduced a paywall. And again, I've seen it numerous of times where women show the amount of likes that they get because they send you a prompt like, oh, somebody just liked you. A lot of times you get buried because especially if it's an attractive woman, they're getting a bunch of likes. And so if a dude in his mind is like, look, I'm not actually behind the Tinder paywall and I'm not getting a fair shake. Maybe she didn't see my profile. Maybe I'll hit her up on Instagram, and I know that I'm likely to get a response back.
That's some real entitled bullshit.
No,
that is not a great point. That's some entitled bullshit right there.
Can I respond? Can I respond? Okay. Waz, I think that's a good point. But I don't think you should comment where people can see it. Send me a DM.
No, you can't comment publicly. That's ridiculous.
That's what I'm talking about. It's okay if you send me a DM, but also don't send me a DM if you have a private profile. You think I'm just gonna respond and accept your messages when I can't even see what you look like?
Right.
So I think there is etiquette to that. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't comment where everyone can see it because that's just stupid, really. But yeah, I think there is a way to do it without, just to get someone's attention. that is fine, I think.
Plus, and the other thing is I'm all for people shooting your shot. Hey, go for it. But I also
just shoot once.
Well, yeah, for sure that. But also, I mean, if I'm interested in you, I'll follow you back. But if I'm not following back, the other thing is before you take your shot, know if there's a game to play in the first place.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
Hey, do you get people I'll fly to you from California or something like that?
I have people that say I will fly you out to California.
Oh my goodness. Classic.
But you
getting appointments like that?
I'm kind of scared to take people up on that sometimes because I don't know if you're a serial killer or not.
That's a sick.
I don't know why you could possibly
flyouts for a while, man.
Scared that some stranger would fly you to a new state and want to meet for probably just coffee. I'm sure that's fine. I'm
exactly.
That could murder you.
And a
That
muffin.
and Ryan Jones would be really mad.
And a muffin.
You definitely won't have expectations. No expectations.
Sometimes it's like a well-known person, though, and then it's like, I'm pretty sure you're not a serial killer, but I also feel like I'm probably going to have to put out if I accept this.
You mean well-known? How are you defining well-known?
Like NBA players or professional skate guys.
Wow. Interesting. Play the music, Jade. All right, next question.
I have another one if you guys want to hear it.
Yes, please.
Yes, go ahead.
So from Anonymous, I get quite a few anonymous ones. Is it bad to have a one-night stand with someone you work with if you're both okay with it? The first thing I have to say about this.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
you have
bad.
to see them every day.
Okay, so the first thing I have to say about this is make sure you know what the rules of your workplace is. Make sure you can't get fired for getting involved with a coworker first. Like, one-night stands are not worth losing your job over, and some companies have really strict non-frat policies. Overall, I just think it's generally a bad idea to be involved with someone you work with. So yes, bad idea, even if you guys are both okay with it.
The reason why it's bad, Jade, this is the reason why it's bad. Because you don't want to be sitting at your cubicle on the 4th floor and somebody comes, whether it be a man or a woman or whatever it is that you're into, and somebody comes and is just like, you motherfucker, you did such and such and such, and like really starts a dating fight at your place of work. Like,
and Jade, we're talking about one-night stands here. So it's generally not a good idea to get involved with people we work with, but like one night stands, I think it's really hard to find a situation where both parties are genuinely okay with it just being a one night stand, because usually just one person is more invested than the other.
Yeah, it'll end badly.
Especially if you work together, it's like you have some built rapport already.
Shout out to the movie Two Night Stand with Miles Teller.
My old boss at Showtime, I remember, had a one-night stand with the woman whose office was right next to him. It was so awkward.
Oh my god!
And everyone knew it.
Awkward.
Like, it was at the Christmas party. They started making out at the bar, and they were both kind of lonely-ish people. Like, you know what I mean? They were awkward, and it just was like, oh my god! We saw them making out, and then they went home together, and it was just like, I was
so awkward.
Right, their offices were right next to each other, literally.
I would go so far as to say that it's by definition not a one-night stand if you see that person again, even and especially multiple times, because you're going to work with them.
At the 8 o'clock
kind of
meeting.
falls in a different category.
Yeah, that's fair.
And one of my former employers, I worked in the HR department, and it was a pretty large firm. And so if you were dating someone in the firm, you had to disclose it because, within finance, you could have like insider information. So you had to make sure you disclosed if you were dating someone. Well, there was a situation where, two people did have a one-night stand, and like Eden said, if someone's always more invested. Well, that person reported that they were dating. And then it's pretty awkward. The other person has to confirm. So it's a pretty uncomfortable situation for one of them to be disclosing, oh, yeah, we're dating, while the other one saying, yeah, that was just a one night. Yeah. So probably not good to do that in the office.
Mm-hmm. I had a girlfriend in the office. Add Showtime, by the way. Showtime.
So Showtime was where it's at, huh?
It was Showtime, baby. But she left. She ended up quitting the job, so it became fine. So
do we have time for one more short one? I know we're running kind of long.
That's what she said.
I just wanted to get a Discord question in here because we are getting some questions from Discord.
Shout out to the Discord.
Yeah, Jesse from Discord. What do you do when you're hanging out with your friends that are a couple and they constantly fight?
Leave. You
that's
that's what you do.
Jesus.
That's
Okay,
terrible.
so addendum. He followed up with he's on a road trip with them.
Oh,
God.
you made a huge
Get a
mistake, my
plane
friend.
ticket home.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Leave.
Yeah, I
mean,
think.
Well, what are his
First
options?
situation.
What are his options? Like to confront them or to deal with it, right?
Yeah. So like when I'm in this situation, but this is usually like with friends I'm pretty comfortable with. Like there's the usual like, oh, I don't like it when mommy and daddy fight, and usually that gets them to stop. But I was just seeing if anyone has any other suggestions for situations like this.
My son will punch me when my wife and I fight. That's pretty much.
He doesn't
Well,
pick sides.
I think that goes for a 5-year-old, but I don't know that as adults we can just.
You could try it.
You could.
Especially with the robot arms you have, Zach.
I don't know.
So no one else has any advice?
I think you just have to deal with it.
If you're stuck on the road trip with them, that means you must know them pretty well.
Yeah.
Suggest the threesome? Is that what we're?
No. I just think it's like you should only
Never
you know
bad
what you're
idea.
getting
I'm
into
just-
if you know the couple really
Maybe
well.
it's a sexual tension they need to resolve. You know.
Then it'll get really awkward.
Yeah, you could just say, hey, like if you guys need to bang it out for a few minutes, like I could just go wander.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that was for you, Jesse from Discord.
Wait. So what is your advice?
My advice is okay. So say a sort of generic comment like, oh, I don't like it when mommy and daddy fight, because it's like pretty harmless. You're not really attacking them. You're just sort of being like, hey guys, I'm uncomfortable. Like
changing the subject.
Yeah.
In a non-aggressive way.
If you make them aware that you're there, because usually sometimes they forget that there's a third person, that usually gets them to tone it down. But if that doesn't work, then you really just kind of have to be like, hey guys, like we're stuck in a car together for X number of hours. Can you guys just tone it down with the fighting, or fight when we're out of the car?
Sean, what are you doing?
He's brewing some tea or something.
I'm actually in DC2 right now getting some water out of the water fountain.
You don't say.
Oh, okay, cool.
Glad you weren't taking a leak.
That's what the mute button's for.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Got to work the mute.
Eden,
Gotta
thank you
stay
so
hydrated.
much. Thank you so much. Ask Eden.
Keep the questions coming. I get a lot of questions in my DMs because I guess a lot of people want to ask anonymously. But
how many are you getting? How many questions are we talking about here?
I had like at least 5 for this week.
Nice.
And a couple that I just still haven't gotten to from before.
Now, will you consult offline too?
Yes, I do. I do also consult offline
On the
for
Discord,
Patreon
too.
subscribers.
Yes.
All right. You better open up that Venmo.
Yeah.
Is it open?
I'm here for you guys. I want us to all win.
Here. Anyway, Zach, you going to be able to do this, or is May's going to have to take care of this outro?
You know what? I'm going to try it.
Boom.
Let's see what happens.
I love it.
4, Tom Haverstrode, DJ Christie, Eden Lou, Anthony Mays, Black Trade, Big Waz. Who else we got? Mama Hoy, Nitzan, Liese. Who else we got? Sarah the Pharmacist, Sean Rosales.
Sounded like a lizard.
The ghost of Ethan Sherwood Strauss's non-working career.
Oh, congrats, Ethan.
Congrats to Ethan.
back soon,
Jade Hoy,
baby.
I'm Zach Harper. Enjoyed the weekend.
Thanks, Zach. Drive safe.
Jade.
Everyone, thank you. So what?
I forgot.
Jade.
Thanks a lot, Jade.
I forgot
Jade.
to.
Maze. Oh,
On
God,
the day
we
that you
forgot
called me unprofessional.
Oh, we forgot the intro.
On the day you called me unprofessional, there's no intro. And I'm out. Good night.
Oh, wait, you're not going to do it?
He left.
Oh.
Well, I forgot to shout out Trey Zingas for beating me in our fantasy league final.
Oh,
so well.
Hey, by the way, Ethan said not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. That will be the debut of Warriors Wednesday. I hope
Under House of Strauss.
Under House of Strauss.
Cool.
But Ethan will probably be, he'll be in the mix on our side too. So.
Hell yeah.
Wait, Maze just left?
Yeah, he left as soon as he said I'm out. Yeah, he was
Because you
mad.
called him unprofessional, apparently. Anyway, I got to bounce too. Thanks for having me on, Jade. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
You never say I'm going to bounce, Jake. You just leave.
Yeah.
All right, people.
We don't care that much. All right. Bye, Jay.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you so much. See you, Lisa. Peace.
He's a big fish down there.
There's a Sunnyvale community theater scene. Sorry, wow, that came off hella rude. But
Wow. You heard it.
Oh, I have lots of advice for this.
Perfect.
Oh man.
So I don't.
Go ahead, Lisa. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm being personally attacked right now.
No, never.
Oh wow.
He didn't address this to watch me.
And then I know Mormons just from. Aren't they the ones with multiple wives?
Oh, Mom.
Yeah.
Mom, we have a Mormon on the show, Lisa.
Hi, Mama Hoy.
Hi. Tell me. I don't know. I guess.
Sempre un amabile leggiadro viso, in pianto in riso e menzognero. La donna è mobile, ma più evento, muta scelta e di pensiere. E di pensiere. È sempre misero chi a lei s'affida, chi le confida, mal cauto il cuore, pur mai non sentesi felice a pieno, chi su del seno non li va amore. La donna immobile va più evento, muta certo di pensier. E di pensier. Pensier